Orbidigal ang wirjasil Pride of line ranun Nunagri Bodil Bigoduni
Menace and methods label me a lethal weapon, making niggas die, witnessing breathless imperfections. Can you picture my specific plan? To be the man in this wicked land, underhanded hits a plan. Scams are plotted over grams of rocks. Undercover agents die by the random shots. We all die in the end, so revenge we swole. I was all about my ends, fuck friends and foes. Me, a born leader, never lead a block without my heater. Got me a dog and named him my bitch nigga eater. What could they do to me, a little brat? Shit, them niggas that shot me is still terrified I'll get they ass. How can I show you how I feel inside? We outlaws, motherfuckers can't kill my pride. Niggas talk a lot of shit, but that's after I'm gone. Cause they fear me in the physical form. Let them be known I'm troublesome.
Flundi, heni, orbidi, gal angeriasin. Legendary of line ranun, Nunagri, Bodil Bigoduni.
Legendary live eternally. Fuck you niggas and that bullshit you going through, we outlaws. Legendary live eternally. Bitch made niggas and that bullshit you going through, outlaws. Legendary live eternally. Bury me in peace cause they fear reincarnation. Niggas screaming peace cause they fear when my squad face them. Take them to places, take the face to the break them and break them. Murder motherfuckers. Legendary live eternally. Gutter ways, my mentality is ghetto. A gorilla in this criminal war. We all rebels. Death before dishonor. Bet I bomb on them first. Niggas knew we came for murder. Pulling up in a hearse. West side was the war cry. Busting off freely, screaming fuck all y'all niggas in Swahili. Pistol packing fresh out of jail. I ain't going back. Release me to the care of my heartless strap. Say my name 3 times like Candyman. Bet I roll on your ass like an avalanche. So survivor, learn to get high and pull drive-bys. Murder my foes, can't control my nine. Hearing thoughts of my enemies pleading, please. Bust ass motherfuckers tried to flee. Picture me letting this chump survive. Ran up on his ass when I dumped he died. Cause I'm troublesome.
Flundi, heni, orbidi, gal angeriasin. Legendary of line ranun, Nunagri, Bodil Bigoduni.
Legendary live eternally. Fuck you niggas and that bullshit you going through, we outlaws. Legendary live eternally. Bitch made niggas and that bullshit you going through, outlaws. Legendary live eternally. Bury me in peace cause they fear reincarnation. Niggas screaming peace cause they fear when my squad face them. Take them to places, take the face to the break them and break them. Murder motherfuckers. Legendary live eternally. Murder, murder, my mind state. Shit ain't changed since my last rhyme. The crime rate ain't declined. Niggas busting shots like they lost their mind. Like 25 to life never crossed their mind. Tell me young nigga never learned a thing. Dead at 13 cause he yearned to bang. Sent a lot of flowers but how could I cry? Tried to warn a little nigga either stop or die. Mercy is for the weak, when I speak I scream. Afraid to sleep, I'm having crazy dreams. Vivid pictures of my enemies, family times. God forgive me cause it's wrong but I plan to die. Either take me in heaven and understand I was a G. Did the best I could, raised in insanity. Or send me to hell cause I ain't begging for my life. Ain't nothing worse than this cursed ass hopeless life. I'm troublesome.
Flundi, heni, orbidi, gal angeriasin.
Legendary live eternally.
Of line ranun, Nunagri, Bodil Bigoduni.
Legendary live eternally. Fuck you niggas and that bullshit you going through, we outlaws. Legendary live eternally. Bitch made niggas and that bullshit you going through, outlaws. Legendary live eternally. Bury me in peace cause they fear reincarnation. Niggas screaming peace cause they fear when my squad face them. Take them to places, take the face to the break them and break them. Murder motherfuckers. Legendary live eternally. Legendary live eternally. Legendary live eternally.
Another damn noob about to get his butt kicked. Call me the doctor, cause my combo's so sick. The buttons I click, always a hit, they quit. I'm on a whole nother level when you play me. Your cheap jump kick, throwing gonna fade me. I'm the best, so try to test, you know the rest. I'm the illest in every contest. I can play any style, so that ain't nothing. You still suck with that custom combo button. And all my tragedies, I execute with ease. Y'all just need to please bring me the lady. And maybe it's Chun-Li or Cammy on her knees. With C Viper serving tea to bring you into me. But see, my focus is so strong that I'm locked in a trance. And you must defeat Shenlong to ever stand a chance. Cause I'm a
Street fighter, big timer. Never gonna let someone take me now. Street fighter, rough rider. Mess with me, I break you down. Street fighter, all nighter. And so will last forever. Street fighter, I'm higher. You say quit, I say never.
I'm like Neo in the Matrix, I can do every trick. Scratch wins on the side of my custom joystick. I'm a pimp on the scene, giving you face slap. I do one frame link with no blinks or double tap. IFADC to ULTRA on XBLIVD to maintain my SGA rating is never fading. Although you're hating and perpetrating excuses and verbally masturbating. I can jump in the screen and pile drives and geese. Handcuff Guile, break Blanca's teeth. Beat Vega, ugly, put E Honda on a diet. Akuma wants to flex, but he's too scared to try it. Then there's Abel, Scott, Bison, and Seth. Fighting like turtles, cause they fear death. I'm quicker than El Fuerte and more slick than Hakan. I'm the real Bruce Lee, you just a Fei Long. How many times must I beat you? How many times must I defeat you? You just got rocked and you don't understand. You need to go home and be a family. Cause I'm a
Street fighter, big timer. Never gonna let someone take me now. Street fighter, rough rider. Mess with me, I break you down. Street fighter, all nighter. And so will last forever. Street fighter, I'm higher. You say quit, I say never.
I'm a predatory animal, moving through night, killing world warriors, living for the fight. My fight is epic, my moves are tight. I'll beat you with my left, I'll never use my right. I'm banned at evil, my skills too long. I give beat downs like Justin Wong, and I kill moves just like a psycho. No comebacks, I pose like Daigo. Sonic move! Come on! Sonic move!
Who will come out on top? If you can't hit me, why bother attacking at all?
Cause I'm a
Street fighter, big timer. Never gonna let someone take me now. Street fighter, rough rider. Mess with me, I break you down. Street fighter, all nighter. And so will last forever. Street fighter, I'm higher. You say quit, I say never.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a little bit. I'm going to start a little bit earlier here because of the motherfucking Christmas miracle that we had happen for us today.
That's an
Heather's here.
interesting
Yeah.
way of putting it.
It's a motherfucking Christmas miracle, guys. How's the audio for everybody? Is everything okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah, you sound perfect.
Awesome.
Might get a
And
mic bump here.
And I'm getting games loaded. I finally figured it out.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so today, wow. I got it wrong. I first thought that there was just a routing issue. because I was on King Jad's stream. I got the notification on Discord. So I was busy at work, and I'm like, it's like, Phil's freaking out. I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out. Log in Jad's stream, and I'm like, what the fuck is Jad streaming this late for? And I'm just like, okay, whenever I start listening. And then Phil's just freaking out, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'll take a look at this and see what's going on. Try Jad's link for his stream elements. It doesn't work, so I just delete my cache on my browser, and Jad's stream works, and lo and behold, Phil got fucking yeeted right off of stream elements.
Yep.
And of course, he's just like, oh, it's all trolls and everything, and it's false reporting, and it's like, how is it false?
Can it be? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Prophet.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, how can it be false reporting when there's video evidence of it? It's like, oh my God, it's just so stupid.
Well, that's the thing, and the video evidence is linked right off of his channel.
Right. Yeah, it's not like anybody's editing it to make him look bad like he wants to say it is a case of.
But then, of course, like he says, it's from 13 years ago, right? Okay, but 2 months ago, we just had that slave trade comment.
Oh, God.
Right? Like, that was July 10th, I want to say, something like that.
Yeah, almost 3 months ago.
And it's just like, Phil, like, you haven't changed. You want to admit to those fucking pay pigs of yours and all the cucks in the chat that he has sitting there all the time that, oh, I've changed, I've matured. No, you haven't. Like, you're still the same racist, disgusting fuck that you've always been.
Yep. And I'm going to say this right now. I am not a person who feels schadenfreude very often. I don't relish in the misery of other people. If anything, I'm usually the sympathetic sort who feels bad when people are going through hardships. But oh my fucking God, I am enjoying I don't care if this means I'm going to hell. I am enjoying every fucking second of this. I really am.
I was laughing so hard at work. Everybody was looking at me like, what's going on? And they all know about Phil because I talk about everything that goes on within the community and everything. And they their first question is, why do people give him fucking money, right? And you got to explain it to people, like, because there's idiots out there that will fall for scams and cons that Phil pulls. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm just laughing. So they're all tuning in too to Jad's stream, and they're laughing along. They're just like, oh my God, what an idiot. And then of course he just immediately stops gameplay, jumps on his piece of shit PC that he complains about all the time, and then he doxes the fucking modem so it confirms that he's got his shitty internet that I said he's got. And then it just proceeds to fucking just derail for like the next hour and a half.
I caught like the last half hour or so because at first I couldn't bring myself to listen to him rant and cry and carry on. But so I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. He's claiming that the reason he's so upset is because he doesn't have the animations, right? He doesn't have access to use them. Isn't he kind of overreacting if that's all it's a case of?
Well, no, so the animations, from what I have looked into, from what I know, he can still use the animations. He's just not allowed to use the tip function. So they can't do like !tip within chat, right?
Then, well, okay, so...
But he doesn't want to use it at all now because he feels that they have wronged him in some way.
Of course.
Right?
But the reason I'm asking is because he's never, as far as I could tell, he's never mentioned tips through stream elements. It's always super chat, super thanks.
But those are all, like, I agree, Doku, right? Like, we're not going to miss those fucking animations whatsoever. But the way it works is you have to set up like objects or whatever within Stream Elements or Streamlabs. And then so when someone super chats you, it works in conjunction and then it plays the animation. I don't have my Stream Elements set up or anything. I I got confused, even though like I'm a huge tech guy. I'm not big on the software, so I need like tomorrow while the marathon's going on, I'm gonna really sit down, get my stream elements set up and everything, so the streams will be better for everybody here. But like, he's joking. He really doesn't give a shit about the animations. His big thing is it's going to be very difficult for people to tip. And then come November 15th, like I posted on Discord, he is really fucked because he will not be able to receive PayPal donations through PayPal from regular users. It's only business to business accounts. So that's going to be fucking... Wait till that happens and he finds out he can't get tipped anymore.
Right.
Like, what's he going to do then? Like, that is my question.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Doku's saying that, like Planet Jeff, 1 Minute Man, they tip directly to PayPal. They won't be able to do that unless their PayPal account is a business PayPal account. If it's just like a regular Joe Blow PayPal account like you or I have, they will no longer accept transactions to business accounts from those accounts.
Right. Yeah, it has to be a business-related transaction.
Jad is in chat. Jad, do you want to jump on Discord with us and have a
Fuck's
little
sake,
chat?
Jad, go to fucking bed. Holy crap.
Actually,
What
how's
time
your
is
pupper
it?
doing, man? How's your pupper doing? Is it okay?
Oh, poor pupper. Poor Doge.
I'll get you an invite here to Wizards IRL, Jad.
Anyways, it's just...
Like, is it going to hurt Phil in the long run? No. Like Jad said, it's not
It's
going
gonna
to... It's not going to end Phil, right? He's still going to
Right.
be able to make money. This is like... This is basically like him basically using bits and cheers on Twitter. Or Twitch.
Right.
Right? That's what
Yeah.
it basically comes down to. So...
He's going to be inconvenienced and nothing else.
But what we're gonna get here, like what we're gonna get here for the next, well, I'm gonna say probably a month, every day, hardcore begging and hardcore sympathy that he's gonna want from all his viewers, right?
Yeah.
And he's really gonna play it off that I did nothing wrong, I did everything right, and it's Tevin's fault. But it's like, Phil, you were racist. Doesn't matter if it was 2 months ago, doesn't matter if it was 5 minutes ago, doesn't matter if it was 13 years ago. You were racist.
Yeah.
Right? And you finally got yeeted. A company finally stood up to you and said, listen, we don't condone that shit. Get the fuck out. 2:35 a.m., Jad. God, go to bed. You have your anniversary date tomorrow, man. You gotta get
Yeah, you're gonna need all that.
All that energy, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have all that sex that Phil isn't having, you know?
Bingo. Boing.
Sorry if I pause in conversation. My mom is texting me tonight. And
Well, that's fine.
my 72-year-old mother finally figured out how to text me, and now she's sending me all the YouTube links she can't send me via Facebook because I don't log on there anymore.
Well, my mom does the same thing. She's finally learning how to text, but she has like an S4 mini, so it's like a real small fucking phone.
Oh no. Is it one of the ones with the pull-down QWERTY keyboards?
No. It's just a regular smartphone. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
really, really fucking tiny.
Gotta love our moms.
It's way past your bedtime, Jad. Way past your bedtime. And the good thing,
No,
Jad's
I don't
OBS is
wanna
working
play
now
with
again,
you.
so
Yeah.
maybe I should do the bingo stream tomorrow. How about that, Jad? Should I do the bingo?
Chad's calling us mom and dad.
And I think Meth Bear is going to join us here shortly as well, I think. We were going to discuss at-will employment, but this whole fucking shit show that went on today is going to be a lot better than that.
Yeah.
Let's just say Phil fucking lied his ass off when it came to Kat's schedule and shit. Like, that's all one big, huge fucking lie.
Yeah.
Hey, Master
I
Doctor,
think I
what's
got-
up?
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying hello to peeps.
Hi, peeps. Oh, you know what? I don't like peeps. They're stale marshmallows. Yeah.
I think we're gonna get a really salty fucking. We're gonna get a really salty fight night tonight. He's gonna be. I bet you he's been drinking straight since he ended the day stream.
His cooking air quotes is gonna be him binge drinking and ordering in DoorDash for Cat.
Oh, he's definitely gonna DoorDash. He ain't gonna cook shit. Kat's gonna get home if she was even working. And Phil's gonna go, oh, honey, I got bad news.
I do not have mushroom to tolerate peeps. Nope. Nope, no peeps. They taste like stale marshmallows and stale sugar and 10 years of childhood regret. My grandma always put them in my Easter basket when I was a kid, and I always felt obligated to eat them, even though I hated them because she put them in my basket, and I loved her. It's just like the things you do for your family, right? I inflicted peeps upon myself. And no, Tony, yeah, he definitely did not cook.
No, there's no fucking way. He DoorDashed the shit out of that right away.
Yeah.
And then he went right after he DoorDashed, he fucking started pouring himself drinks. Guaranteed. And I have a feeling we're gonna get drug filled night. Like this.
Oh my god!
This stream is gonna be fucking fantastic. Like just fucking fantastic.
Where is it?
Hey guys.
Hey, Meth.
Oh wow. Yeah, that was something else. I just got that push notification, and happened to be, I was just working on a brief, and I just said, "Oh, this is unusual." And then, like we got some gold there, man. It was fucking awesome.
Oh my god! Like
What?
Today was
Are you in Silithus?
No, this is Zeth Mortis, the new area.
Oh, okay.
It looks a lot.
Wait
like
a minute.
Silithus.
Did you already start?
I'm just running around.
Fuck! I thought we were gonna.
Oh yeah,
I thought we were gonna play some Fight Cade.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play some Fight Cade.
I was gonna say I finally figured this shit out. You better play me, goddammit.
Okay, I'm logging in right now.
All right.
But yeah,
Oh, hold on.
how's court been, Meth?
Court, it's been okay. I mean, a lot of it.
I need to AFK real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fortunately, a lot of it, is actually you can do it remotely, which is freaking awesome. Instead of having to go to downtown LA to do some 10-minute like a trial setting conference, which is complete horseshit because it costs you $25 to park, or something like, and then you got to go in there and just the traffic and all the bullshit, and then having to go back down to Orange County afterwards. It's a mess. So, but yeah. No trials. Well, I mean, there have been some that have been set up, but you always settle those things, or nearly always settle them right beforehand. But on my family law side, I just had a 3-day trial just last week, and that one went very well. But in some, let me see, yesterday or the day before, domestic violence hearing that I had early in the morning, and
nice.
those ones are pretty. I mean, if you just have even some evidence, you're going to win it. And I mean, it's most of the time, I would say probably half of them or over half of them are bullshit, and they're used as leverage in broken relationships and divorces. Yeah, which is unfortunate. It's complete retardation, but they basically overcorrected from the time period when cops could be called out to a house back in the day for domestic disturbance, and then a guy could have bloody knuckles and whatnot, and they've been hearing about, oh, we're getting a disturbance, and you can hear somebody sobbing, and they'll be like, no, just we're taking care of it, everything's okay, and the cops just go, okay, and just turn around and leave.
All right, I'm back.
And that's how things used to be done, unfortunately.
Hold on.
And so now they have overcorrected into the other direction, to where it can be that all you have to do is disturb somebody's, it's disturbing someone's peace, but it's not disturbing the peace. All you have to do is disturb someone's peace of mind, to make it, you have to, at the bare minimum, prove that you made somebody worried enough that that violence could be done to them, or some sort of abuse could be done to them, and that's enough to get a restraining order. But you shouldn't be doing anything like that to begin with. But most of the time, a bunch of it, these people, these yahoos, they're out here, in mutual combat, smacking each other, calling each other these names, sort of like that Rihanna Chris Brown thing.
Yeah.
She was in there, and she was probably talking mad shit to him, almost certainly. And he just went and let fists fly. He shouldn't have done that, and she shouldn't have been doing what she was doing. Neither of them were, and that happens a lot. That happens quite a bit. You even get it on, I've seen it on video where, girls calling the guy dickless and everything like that, saying that you can't satisfy me and everything. And the guy's just looking just freaking distraught, like his world is crumbling around him.
Oh,
and shit like
man.
that. And then she's the one going in saying, well, I'm afraid of him. And it's like, I've defended those types of things before.
We might get some domestic violence tonight between Kat and Phil.
Oh, she'd probably want to cut his. She probably has his balls in a vice.
Kat's gonna beat the
Right
shit
now,
out of
man.
him.
In a jar.
She has it in a jar under
in
her
a
bed.
jar.
It's in a jar under her bed, and she has
And
complete
then
control.
she takes them with her when she goes to work, so he can't use them.
Well, I mean, and then he's just begging for Tyrone to hold him down and make an honest little boy out of him, and he's not going to get it, unfortunately. So.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think this Phil thing's gonna go through, Meth? What are your thoughts on today's?
Well, I mean, it's just his fucking laziness. Partially, he just can't. He'll have to check his phone, and having the PayPal tips go through. One of the things is that he could lie about not getting tips, but then his dents will say, "Hey, I sent you a tip and you didn't call it out," or something like that. So for him, I think it's going to be laziness. He's going to use it for petty tips as usual, which is one of the reasons why nobody should ever go and confront or touch Phil or do anything like that. Because even if somebody bumped into him, he would say that he was brutally assaulted, and these lame-brained, mentally ill motherfuckers, they'll stop at nothing to try to hurt me and my family. And it's, dude, somebody bumped into you by accident.
I don't think that would ever be anything anybody does. They talk the talk to make him worry, but nobody has any intention of doing anything to him.
No. And plus, a lot of people, you don't want to end up getting arrested or anything if you do end up doing something like that. And going to jail over DSP is more retarded than DSP. His very existence is just don't do that. Make fun of him, point and laugh, point out his iniquities and his impotence, at multiple facets of his life, and just do that. The guy can't do anything. So all he can do is sit and flail and sputter and act like a Karen and just be a little bitch, and that his boyfriend didn't love, or his wannabe boyfriend didn't love him back. So it's, he wanted John's, tongue up his butt and sucking out those turds, as he's done so many times.
Come on, I was eating potato chips. Holy shit. Fucking meth.
Come on, man. It's the meth.
Sorry,
it's always the meth, man.
What Jad is discussing is basically next month, November 15th, PayPal changes their the way they do business. So a business PayPal account, which Phil has, he cannot accept donations or transfers from anybody that does not have a business account. So if you want to tip Phil, you have to have a business account. That's if you're transferring from PayPal, right? That's if you're using PayPal money, like from your PayPal account.
That's interesting, because I know that they stopped the friends and family.
Yeah, that's what
accounts.
They're stopping. I don't know that they couldn't accept money from people who aren't on a business account.
Yeah, I thought that.
Accounts? No, it's blank. Business accounts will not accept transfers from Just like
Except
regular.
for services rendered and all that.
Yes, there's no donations. It even states
Right.
it right there
Okay.
in the terms of service now that donations will not be supported. Ah, Jad's porn bots are after me.
Holy shit! Leave them there. They're lonely. They want company.
Well, will it be? Would that be for the cash balances that you have on hand, or
Thanks for
would that
getting that,
be
Jed.
if you, or would that be from if you're using like if you're using a card or
If
something
you're
like that?
well, okay, if you're using a credit card, because you can tip through PayPal using a credit card, but you still have to have a PayPal account to do so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If that PayPal account is not a business account, I don't think it'll allow it to go through.
Which doesn't affect me because the 2 PayPal accounts I have are personal, not business.
Mine are personal. Mine's not a business account, right? So
Yeah.
I would say if you're worried about it, just set up a secondary account that's not tied to a business license, and you're good to go.
But Phil,
I
don't-
Phil, I think he can just change it. Phil can just change it, I think, though, on his end. But then,
He would lose all whatever benefits he gets from being a business account.
I don't know how that will work. Actually, Meth Bear, can you answer that?
From what?
Okay, so say he changes.
What benefits he gets from a
Because is he protected
being a
anyway through
business.
tax?
Well, I mean, even your regular PayPal accounts will report your tax. They'll keep track of any money that you have coming in that could possibly be taxable, even if it's your personal account and your business account. If he switched to a personal account, he'd be able to get friends and family transfers at that point, so he wouldn't have to pay that transaction fee.
Well, then he can get money from his parents again, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, or they're probably selling him, if anything.
Or maybe Melissa will give him some money. Doubt it, but
Melissa, oh god.
They probably wire his money directly into his account. Let's be honest.
Zelle is the perfect way to do it. There is also Cash App. I mean, I know scammers use Cash App. Just don't give any money to any retard who texts you. Fuck them. I mean, I've talked to this. I mean, goddamn. I mean, there's some girls who I've talked to who have been like, oh, hey, what's this? Somebody's like on Cash App and they're saying that they want to give me something. I'm like, you're how old are you? It's like, you're 20 freaking years old. You're 21 years old. And you're actually possibly going to fall for this bullshit. You know, it's
that's
like,
a good question, Jad. I don't know.
What's that?
Jad was asking, would he be able to use his business PayPal to give a personal PayPal for future DSP bingo winners?
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, but if you're doing something like buying an Amazon, yeah, I'm sure he's heard of Cash App. Cash App is great because it's just like it brings in, it can bring in money for no fee. You do have limits on it, though. I believe you can bring in $7,500 a month on it. You can have it transferred to you. You have unlimited transfers out, though, and you don't pay a fee to transfer if you do the standard transfer, which I believe is 2 to 3 business days, and it's through Square. So Square is the one that sets it up.
Here's something. Sorry. Go ahead, Meth. I'm sorry. I'm bad
and
about
I believe it's I forgot what the quick payment fee was. I think it's something like 1 point something percent. It's small, and that is an option. That is definitely an option. But that's the thing, is that it's limited to $7,500 transferred in per month. But if that's just one of the ways that could be used, I mean, that's something. Right. But Cash doxes you. That's the one thing, is that you have to, if you're a minor, the account would have to have an adult's authority on it to approve it. And otherwise, you got to, if you have something hooked in, like a card, the name on the account and the name on the card have to match, or on the bank account have to match. So it fully doxes you. That's sort of like Zelle.
Yeah, but people already get doxed through PayPal for Phil because they have to provide their actual information.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So that's not really but I like what Jad is saying here. Like, I want Keemstar to stream tomorrow too, and I want Keemstar to bring this shit up and then just rub it in fucking Phil's face like the entire time. That'd be
If he
wicked.
yeah, he might be he's probably been at least advised that Phil is going to be doing this, or somebody's probably told him, say, hey, Phil's going to be talking shit on you on this stream. So I'd love to see what his response is. If any, he might not do that. He might not say anything about it, which has a power in itself. It's saying this is so beneath me. He's nothing. Why do I care what he says? Just let him re in the dark, or in his toilet or whatever the fuck he's doing.
Hold on. Holy shit,
Uh-oh.
that's loud.
What's loud?
Just got her volume just cranked.
Oh. The
But like
trolls
with
are not
Zell-
honoring him.
With Zell, how much is the percentage do they take? Because he was complaining even at like 2%, he didn't want to pay that, right?
No.
Hold on. My stupid controller's not working.
Oh, did you turn it on?
Yeah?
Click on
No.
input at the top.
There's no fees to use Zelle. It's peer to peer. It's
Hold on a second.
created by the banks, but they
no,
do
it's
put
gonna-
limits. They do put limits on it. It's not meant for, if you do have something that's going to require something larger, more regular transactions.
Pause it a moment.
Use your standard, electronic fund transfer through your bank. But Zelle, yeah, there's no fees.
Okay, but what if? So they cap you, but Phil's only bringing in maybe like max 300 a day usually.
Mhm.
What's the max for Zell? Do you know?
Oh god, I was pulled up here. Using Zelle with
Because if there's a cap, Phil may not use it because Phil's agreed.
it depends on your It depends on your financial institution. So he has B of A.
Yeah, he's on Bank of America. Hey, Alfred, what's up?
Hold on.
As a small business client can send up to 15,000 a day. What's the receipt transaction limits? This is for.
Hey, Shashan, what's up?
Okay, so
I'm just using the keyboard.
What? The keyboard? Just
well,
click input at the top, and then just
yeah.
adjust your buttons for your controller.
Okay, let me see if he'll do it now.
Zelle send limits are set in the customer profile and apply to all accounts visible in the from drop down when initiating a bill payment. If you are a Zelle small business customer and are not receiving the small business limits, make sure you're logged in with your small business ID. So it's individuals. You're allowed 60 total transfers in a month. 10 transfers per 24-hour period, 30 in a 7-day period, 60 in a 30-day period total.
Now it's just being a.
And so he could have 10 transfers of up to $3,500.
Yeah, look.
Wow.
Weird.
So if he was a small business, he could have
I'm gonna
up
have to start over.
60,000 in a month and up to 120 transfers. Yeah, that might not work for him because Snow Carl, if he was tipping them through Zelle, that would count as a transfer.
Yeah, I'm looking at Phil's chat right now here.
Oh, thank you, Doku. I'm really self-conscious about my voice, but I really appreciate the compliment.
Oh, there's no limits on what you can receive using Zelle. Okay, never mind. So
Okay,
yeah, he
so,
can
yeah,
receive
he
as
can
much as he
receive.
wants to. Yeah,
Hold
he can
on,
receive
let
as much
me-
as he wants.
Let me try and fix it.
Alfred Aponte, heard what news?
Phil's already posted in his chat. He's in chat. He's not live yet. He's in chat. He's just complaining like crazy. Yeah, we're gonna get it. I guarantee you he's fucking drunk, and I guarantee you we're gonna get so much salt tonight.
Oh,
He's
here
gonna-
we go.
He's gonna quit Capcom Fighting Collection tonight, guaranteed. I guarantee it. He's gonna quit it. He's gonna be so angry.
I thought it might have been something like Antonio Inoki dying or something like that. Some of that news, because there's all sorts of news coming out. Oh, Jad, haven't said it yet. We haven't had the chance. You being a Dominion dweller, my condolences on the passing of your God anointed sovereign, and God save the king. Prophet.
What?
Prophet. No.
What?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I caught it.
I didn't want to say anything.
Mm.
That was fucking hilarious, and I feel bad for laughing, but it is.
Long live King. Well, yeah, I mean, well, actually, no, Scotland asked to join, to be ruled over by those, Southerners, those weird English Southerners. So, no, here we go.
Oh, okay, I
Chad,
get it now.
sex bots are just popping off.
Okay, try it again. I think I got it. I'll fuck with it later.
Okay.
But
Jeez.
I
Thanks,
think
Chad, for hitting that again. But again, like,
There we go.
I really want to know, like, you know what would be awesome? So next month when he gets hit by that fucking, with the PayPal change.
Come on.
Then he gets
What?
and then he gets banned from YouTube. That would be fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Oh my god, are you gonna seriously be like this today?
Is
Okay,
he-
fine.
I wonder if he's going to be complaining because you could see him complaining about, Twitch changing their fee splitting and everything. Oh, here we go. Oh my god.
Nah, he's just playing music, so we got time still.
Oh, okay. With the fee splitting, but that only counts after you've earned $100,000, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
but he's already, well, it wouldn't matter. He's not going to go back to Twitch at all, right? But because you know what's going to happen. YouTube's going to do exactly the same fucking thing, right? YouTube's going to follow his suit, and they're going to change their thing, and then Phil's really going to fucking be salty. Then where is he going to run? Is he
Yeah.
going to run to Odyssey? We already know Trolls have fucking taken the DSP Gaming, taken Darkside Phil. They've taken everything on Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
So where's he going to go? Like,
D Live.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll go
I
there.
mean,
I'm getting
they'll-
bodied.
well, that's the only thing is that if he has go to Fansly, okay, yeah, you could do live. I understand you could do live streams on. Wait, can they do live streams on that?
I don't know.
What about Facebook gaming?
Oh,
He
were
can't-
you not
Facebook
gaming's
trying,
dying, though.
Prophet?
Yeah, I
Did you
told you I'm
let
gonna
me
give
win?
You, yeah, I let you win the first round.
Oh,
But
I told you not to do that. Now I feel all weak and impotent and
Not Fansly,
inferior.
Facebook. Facebook,
Facebook
but wait,
Gaming's
what's
going
the?
bye though, right? Like the Facebook Gaming app, they're taking down here January 1. I want to say.
Oh, they are. Okay,
Yeah, they're getting rid of
I'm
it.
not paying. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to that.
So that's going to be like he can't go to Facebook Gaming because that's dead. He can't go to. My guess is he's going to run back to Twitch, and he'll just beg for tips.
So
Or-
nothing's going to change except where he's doing it.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he's probably going to say that Twitch staff had completely changed. All the good riddance to bad rugbish, out with the old, in with the new, and these people came and they got on their knees in front of him and said, "Phil, you have such meaningful, chill, fun,
All right,
positive
fair.
content, and
Almost got you.
we believed old stuff that was 12 years old, and we believed it because we're brain dead morons, and please come back to us, and we will give you so many tips and cheers, and you are king, and you'll probably make up that story on why he decided to come back. But you see, he still has to wait for him to become an affiliate and a partner, and they admitted that they were completely wrong, but he still has to wait the same time period and meet all the same requirements in order to get his partnership back, possibly. So, and the dents will be like, oh, okay, yay, trolls lost, trolls are punching the air.
but like, I think he can get affiliate. I honestly do.
Probably.
Let me
right?
try this again.
I mean, I don't
Just-
think it would be that hard for him
Either
to do
just
that.
choose hit test game, and then
Uh-huh.
just go to input and re-enter everything.
Yeah, no, he'll probably come up with a story saying that Twitch apologized and that he has this email that's full of profuse, the most eloquent, profuse apology and detailing how what shithead dickheads they were, and you know, and how fucking wrong they were, and all that they'll protect him from the trolls. Then they can suckle at their teeth as they stroke his hair as it falls out, and you know, and Twitch will protect him, be his little hug box.
See, like I know that we've discussed this on Discord before, like on Meerkat's Discord, that we thought he was going to go for affiliate because he could do it 6 months after he got his initial ban, and he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I thought for sure he was going to do it because he wanted the gifted subs, he wanted the bits, he wanted the cheers. Right?
He may have tried, but they wouldn't probably. He may have wrote them, and they either ghosted him or oh god, they either ghosted him or oh shit. There. They either ghosted him or they told him, say, no, you got to go through the process all over again. You know, you're not going to go straight back into a partnership. Fuck no.
They won't let him back. He'll be like he will be able to make affiliate, but then he's going to have to hit all the milestones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To yeah.
Well, again,
So
like, what do you have? You have to stream like a number of consecutive streams within 30 days. You got to do.
He'll make that.
Right. He'll do that easily. But it's if they're going to allow him, and with him slandering Twitch afterwards, right? And he did the same thing with YouTube, right? Like when he lost everything on YouTube, he slandered the shit out of YouTube, moved to Twitch. And he got banned from Twitch, went back to YouTube. So, and like even today, like he was trying to sign up for Streamlabs again. He thought he could go back on there, and I think like a lot of people I know, even on Jad's stream, there was a discussion that was he going to try to do ban evasion using Streamlabs, like create a new account under Cat's name, and set up an account there.
He could try to do it until, I mean, they find out, and then they'll go and hit him again, and then I mean, they might. If they're transferring to his bank account, they could just say, no, we're banning also transfers to the bank account. I don't see why they couldn't do that, not just the name. But you have to put in a social security number, I'm sure, right?
Well, that is awesome, Jad. Fucked. Jax Raxer tried to tip the old way. Oh my god.
Yeah, it'll get auto flagged.
Do you think it would get auto flagged? Do you think it would get auto flagged?
I'm not sure. I just saw that in chat. Let me see. Twitch affiliate, 500 total minutes broadcast in the last 30 days. Well, shit, that's going to be just a few level 1
Yeah, he'll
podcasts.
get that in like a couple weeks. Yeah.
7 unique broadcasts in the last 30 days. That would be
1 week.
3.5 days. Average of 3 concurrent viewers or more over the last 30 days and at least 50 followers.
Go for it and keep playing. I'll let you know if I get this fixed.
Okay.
Profit.
Jad, man, that's the kind of stream we run here. We don't hold back.
Yeah, now that's the thing. A lot of female streamers. I mean, I go to Twitch periodically and look around, and I tend to look at the people who have few followers. And there have been a few who look pretty awesome, but then they'll get affiliate, and basically it's a lot of the female streamers who are honest gamers. You know, they either game or they do other things. They're not into the hot tubs and the lingerie and all the bullshit like that. You know, they can get affiliate fairly quickly. A lot of the guys, you know, not so much.
Not yet, Chad. I haven't got an email or anything. I checked my thing today, and I couldn't do any community posts yet. So I'll check tomorrow morning and see if it's changed. God, it feels really late too.
He's
probably gonna be fucking trashed.
Oh,
man.
I guarantee. That's what I said. I guarantee he's gonna be trashed when he goes live. Oh my god, he's gonna look like shit. And it's going to be so much salt, so much begging, so much sympathy that he's going to want from all the fucking... Oh my god. Like, that's just... It's going to be fucking... This is going to be crazy.
So, yeah, you got to look at the... you got to look at the bottle that he's drinking out of, because... I mean, yeah, he could drink part of his carbonated beverage. They're not bad. The ones that he uses, they're actually not bad. You could get them at Walmart and well, just about any store, and they're pretty cheap. Usually they're around $1 or maybe even less. And I mean, he could take part of it out and dump gin straight into there, or he can. I think that what he might also do is he'll use his water bottle, like the metal one that he has, and he'll use that to mix, so that he probably just doesn't want to empty it out.
Gifted the 20 subs. I don't keep Phil's chat up here because I don't want to listen to Derek. Darish. Wicked Grom, of course.
God, that guy is.
That's not going to matter. Those 20 gifted subs, Phil's not going to give a shit about. He needs the money now. He needs those fucking
that doesn't
tips.
help him now. That doesn't help him now. Man, but Darish, that boy, I see him being one of those retards that tries to go out there and gets caught up in one of those stings where somebody's trying to sell like an 8 or 9-year-old girl, or trying to set up like prostitution visits with an underage girl, and they just end up, the cops just come swarming in on them when they get there. So there's actually
and they banned me from getting
there was a
tips to
teacher
females. Why? Because they don't want to deal with someone who's
in
trolling
my
on me.
area.
This is exactly
I don't
what
think he was
happened
in
with
my.
labs.
I don't think he was
This
at
is
my
why I was
school
kicked out of my
district.
partnership
I think he was in
with
a different
Kurtz
school
many
district,
years
but
ago.
he got caught up
These
in
companies
Sting.
are not equipped
He was a music
to handle
teacher,
this
and
level
no,
of
he was a special ed
nonsensical
teacher,
mass reporting.
and he got caught
And they don't care
up trying
about
to have
what's
sex
right
with a
or wrong.
12-year-old
All they
girl
care about is protecting their own
years
butts,
ago,
much like how
and
we do
it was a cop
We'll just
sting
grant
and
false
everything like
copyright
that. So
takedown claims
hopefully he
without
gets caught up in
confirming
something
they're
like that and
because
doesn't
they
actually
want to
go
cover
and
their own
grab
butts
someone,
being sued.
because
So you understand what I'm saying?
a guy like that, I mean, he's
Yeah, it
probably
sucks.
controlled because his
And
parents are still
so
around watching
there's no
him.
more stream elements
But
page.
if
You
they
might
die
notice
or they're
you type
incapacitated
exclamation point
somehow
tip
and
into the
can't
stream
control
chat,
him
the link will still
anymore,
pop up. Oh wait, there's no link
he's
because there is none.
yeah.
Here's
I
the problem.
don't know
Here's
what the fuck
what
he's
I need
gonna
to
do.
talk to you
I mean,
about.
he could be so much of a
I
coward that
can't
he
not get
won't
tips.
try it.
All right?
Hopefully,
Kevin right now is
hopefully
saying
that he's
nonsensical
just
stuff like, "Oh, he should just get all super chats."
he
Impossible.
will
I can't
the
just get all
interaction,
super
the
chats.
potential
It takes
human
a month to a month
interaction
and a half to get
will
anything
just
out of
terrify
Super
him,
Chat
and
or
he'll
a
stay
tip.
away
So unless
and
I'm
just go and
magically
jerk off
going
in a
to pull
corner.
tons of
Fine,
money out of the
but
sky to pay for everything in the next month and a
there's
half, that doesn't work.
these fucking people. I mean,
still
I've
need
dealt with them
tips,
before,
okay? As I told
man,
you guys,
and
I live off
there's
of crowdfunding. This is all of my income.
it could get pretty fucking dark,
the
and it's just
ad
something
revenue
that
is incredible.
you don't want happening to your kid,
Um,
man. If it's like if
Incredible.
you could get away with it, you'd make sure that it was slow,
Nonsense.
like feet first into
Okay?
a wood chipper
It's
or something like
Hold
that.
on. Now I'm getting confused because I read nonsense in the chat.
Fucking hell.
Basically, let me put it this way.
Yeah, he's angry as fuck right now.
But
I'm in a
there he is.
situation where I need tips to keep afloat. My tips pay for all my regular expenses.
Yeah,
They
Derek
pay
deserves
for,
no sympathy at
grocery
all. I
shopping.
mean,
They pay
he's
for my business.
he's
They pay
obviously the guy has
bills
something
around
wrong
here.
with him.
Like literally,
He has something
I just paid a bunch of
deeply
bills
wrong with
the
him,
tips from last
and
week. See what I'm saying?
it could be. I mean,
So that's
part of
what's
it could be
going on,
that he
all right?
has just
Now, all
a
that being
childlike
said,
mentality.
Okay.
And
situation
that's
where I
what
cannot-
he's,
I absolutely cannot
aimed
be
at.
without
I mean,
tips,
it could be that
all right?
he's one of those kids
So,
who's just born broken.
I know this sucks.
People say,
because
"Oh no,
here's the
every
thing. People are
child
like,
can
"Why don't
be
you just
fixed with
immediately
lab."
jump
Like
into
bullshit. There are
another
kids out there
situation
who will,
where
if
you
they
set
could,
up
they
for
would
another
skin their
one of
little
these,
brother or sister alive. All right,
services
just because
that will take tips and have
they wanted
pop-ups
to,
on
or
your screen.
they got more attention
Okay,
than
I'll
me.
tell you why.
Bullshit like that.
Because they're all gonna be the
There's
same.
some.
They're all going to end up being flagged.
There are kids out there
Okay, they are. They're
who
all
would
gonna end up
commit
being flagged,
atrocities if you let
and
them. From
I'm going to be
from
in a
jump.
situation where they're all going to just keep
There's
kicking
no
me out 'cause
fixing
they don't
those little
wanna
fuckers. They're gonna
deal
wind up in prison.
with massive flagging bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, that's the truth. They don't want to deal with that.
Derek's just gonna
so
end up
all
on a
that being
sex offender
okay,
registry.
I'm in a situation where
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
can't
well, yeah,
jump to
he's up there in
another one. There
Canada.
are other ones out there. A lot of them
Depending on
charge
what you
money
do, I mean,
in order to actually accept any payment at all.
and depending on, like
All
here in
right,
the
like I was looking at
States,
one earlier.
some states
on the
that,
first stream, and it
depending
was
on the
2%.
age
2% of every
that,
transaction.
and
All
what
right,
you
and that's
do,
not
the
good. That's
full
gonna
blown
add up
sexual
to a lot
intercourse
of
could
lost
you
income
could wind up,
for what?
with a person
You
under
know,
a certain age
you
could
last know
be
it's
life
gonna
imprisonment.
But
And there could be
And then on
parole
top of that,
after
even with
probably
that,
something like 20
you know what
years.
they're gonna do is they're gonna gaslight it
Hey.
anyway.
Yeah, they're
You know,
just
like-
my ass.
So Here's the
In
thing. I don't
California,
wanna-
Did you
have
give
to-
me that
I
one?
don't. I really don't. This is the last thing I want to talk about at all.
He's spinning
All I
why he
wanna
won't
is let
do
you
any
guys
work
know you
around
can
right.
still tip
Yeah.
me, and I still need
They
helpful
got like
tips. You're still
California
having tips
penal
goals.
code,
They're still
like
incredibly
the
important, and I still
288s.
need to be hitting them
Section has to
to
do
make
with
ends meet and to
sexual
continue
abuse of
doing what
minors
I
and
do.
everything.
Okay.
That could
Fair
get
enough.
you.
I need it.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I think
thank
what is
you
it like?
in
One
advance to
count of it
anyone
get
who
you
will
like
go the
5
extra mile.
years.
So what's the difference in
But
tipping?
you'd probably
Well,
be
there's
out
no
in
more
half that
click here, go
time,
to a tips
more than
page,
likely, and you'd
select your
have to
data,
register for
enter
life
your
on the
name,
sex
and
offender
tip for it.
registry, which
That
means
doesn't
you're going to
exist
be
anymore.
living up in like
All of you already have
Barstow,
PayPal accounts because you
out in the
needed
middle
one
of a
in order
fucking
to tip me
desert,
previously.
you know,
Okay.
away
So you just
from,
go
you know,
PayPal.com,
to get out of
go
that
on your
thousand,
PayPal account, and
uh,
send a tip via PayPal to
that
darksidephil@hotmail.com.
you know, sex offender
It's that
range for
simple. You're tipping
schools
my
and
business.
playgrounds and places where
You're saying
children
thank you for the stream,
uh,
thank you for the content. By doing
tend
that,
to,
that's how you do it.
God, what's
Okay?
the word?
So-
Where children tend to
To give you an
gather.
example of how this is going to happen, I received a $1.50
Penal
tip
code, yeah, exactly.
from someone. Now they didn't say what their name was, and here's what
Penal
you need to understand.
colony,
If you are
the
gonna
great,
tip me via this
Oh.
method,
the great
you need
island
to
of
tell me through
Australia,
your message of your
Deathland.
tip
Yeah, that was a
what
penal
name you want
colony
me to
too.
use for you.
Lots
Okay,
of
if you don't
penal
give me a name,
Ah.
I'm
down
going to
there.
say anonymous. So for example, I just received an
Glad
anonymous
there's
Congregate.
nothing
Yeah,
I can do. I
congregate,
did
gather.
nothing
because
wrong.
the person did not give me a name. So I'm just going to say anonymous.
So like
okay?
schools, playgrounds, shit like that. And there are a lot of
Just so you
places that
guys
they
know,
would
I will
when that
see
law was
absolutely
enacted, there were a lot of
positively
places
nothing
that
extra
started
now than I did before.
putting
At all.
small
It's all exactly the
playgrounds
same. Okay?
into areas that
I
would
don't see anything additional.
effectively
All I see
make
is
it so
the
that
email address or
you know
whatever
a sex
you're
offender
associated with your
couldn't
PayPal account, just like I used
live
to.
in that city.
So don't worry, because some people, oh, personal information. No, it's exactly the same.
Come
as you
here.
used to tip me. The only difference now is you got to send me your message.
You know,
in
there's a bunch of
your
them
tip,
that are
rather
a
than
lot of
through
sex
that-
offenders were homeless.
that
They're
link
living
you used to
under
use
a.
that was on
There's
Street
one
Level.
particular
Okay? Everything else is exactly the same.
bridge with
So I
like
just received
a flood
$25
wash
from
out
Jack's
there in
Raxford. He says, "This is
up in the
Jack's Raxford.
Victorville
I understand
area,
you've
which
been ending
is
Friday Night Fights doing backup players for Fighting Game Collection.
how
This happens
far
to
would
be able to
that
bring
be
in
from
Street
me?
Fighter 6 if you enjoy the game.
About an hour
Until you play
45 or
Street Fighter
maybe
or the Capcom
about be
games.
about an hour
Yes,
45,
but of course,
maybe
we have
close
no
to
idea
2
what's coming
hours.
out.
It's on the way to Las Vegas up to
I would
15.
not be opposed.
And it's shit up there.
Playing
It's
another fighting game in
it's
the
getting up in the
future.
desert.
Obviously,
So
I'm giving Street Fighter 6 a chance. It would make
Nice.
sense to do so. It looks
Only
great.
25
It has tons
jacks.
of offline and online content.
wait, what was, he
it
was?
really looks
Oh,
like
that's
they're
right. He did
going
100
into-
last week.
They're really
No-
going in
nobody
the right
went and
direction.
rallied for
All right,
Phil.
So for Jax, just to give you guys an idea of how this is going to work. Thank you, Jax, very much for the $25
All right.
tip.
Everybody
So
rally!
you're
Everybody
still gonna
rally!
go
Let's
with the
go! Let's go!
animation
Let's get it. It's like no,
that you
man.
would have
No.
gotten.
It's like what he was telling Jeremy at that quartering
Yeah.
interview when he's like, "Oh, all my
The
fans
animation you
rallied
would have
and got us
gotten
to
if the pop-up
1,000."
had
It was
happened
like,
live.
no,
Thank you so
man.
much, Jax, for
It was only a
I'm gonna
couple
pick
people who did it.
Hugo in
So here's-
honor
here's
of
the
our
difference.
poor
Difference
fallen
number one.
DSP.
All right, you have to tip me directly through PayPal.
He's
That's not
he's
really that big of a
probably
deal.
wants
Difference
to
number two,
choke
yes, this is a
Jack
hassle.
Raxer the fuck
I have to
out.
be
He
able to
wants to
show
put a boot
animations
on his
when I
neck
get a
and just
chance.
put all
And I
his
know
weight
that
on it.
sucks. By the way, that's the first time you guys have ever seen that
Is
animation.
it, well,
Oh,
first
this
no,
guy's slow.
first
Okay.
first sign this
I know that
will
sucks.
to make
I
sure
know
that
people
everything
don't
that you
wanna have to
own
wait
comes to me first, and
to
then
see
he
your
presses
animations.
through
What I have to do
as
is
a
basically
Oh,
raise
sign
so
the
for the
slow.
other pay
in
piggies.
order to.
Oh no no no.
Oh yeah, he wants to
to
beat
do
the
it.
shit out of him.
And I know that
He
blows,
wants
and there's nothing
he
I
just
can do about that
wants to whip
whatsoever.
him with
Okay?
freaking
Nothing.
electrical cords and put like a
Hey,
heat up
that
a
sounds like
butter
a fun time to me. I mean,
heat up a butter knife on the stove and then put it on his tongue. Bullshit
oh, I
like
don't
that.
like this. Go ahead, kill
What
me.
did I do? What
Malcolm
did I
says
do?
we need a link. There's no link.
This
Malcolm,
guy
it's
sucks.
your own PayPal account. Malcolm, it's your own
Oh,
PayPal
Hugo?
account. You have one. If
Yeah.
you've already tipped me,
Oh.
you have a PayPal
He's
account.
slow.
You
I'm
understand
used to
that.
faster
And all you do is you
characters
log
like
in,
Cammy
and then you
or
send funds to
Chun-Li.
the
Used to
PayPal
straight
instead of
on your
you
ball
log
hair.
in,
It's like,
you
man,
say,
you got
send
close.
funds to
Man.
darksidephil@hotmail.com.
Oh,
Oh wait, how did I
There's
do
no-
that?
There's no link. It's your
Here,
own
come here.
PayPal
Let me
account.
try that again.
It's actually in
You don't
reality,
know.
It's cutting a step out because previously you had to do an extra step.
Goddamn.
What name you wanted, your message, all that nonsense.
Oh,
and then
wow,
you would
he's
log
like
into your PayPal
Zangief.
account,
He
and
puts
then you
out
would send
too
a
much
tip. You're
damage.
literally just logging in your PayPal account and sending the tip directly. And now what
Oh,
I'm doing
shit.
is after the fact, giving you
I'm
the
sorry.
the
I
shout
feel
out
like
stuff,
that was
okay?
the cheesy way to win a round.
Like, look at
So
this.
I don't know.
He's
Well,
30
Jad,
minutes.
There you go.
30 minutes in. Supposed
Oh, yeah?
to
So Kevin
30
Goldman
minutes
is
ago,
saying,
and he hasn't even
basically,
started
there is a
gaming yet.
PayPal
He's just
equivalent
crying
to
more
the pages that we've been using
from fucking
now, it's not
earlier
gonna do
today.
pop-ups automatically, but it's
I'm not actually able to hear anything right now because if I had you know
when you're
on
watching
YouTube, I'd
the
be
actual
hearing
stream,
myself
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
just put a link up, and you click on the link, and it'll be the same thing. Oh,
All
you
he's
wanted
doing
to
is he's
send money
complaining
to this
about-
business. Here you go. Here, here's how you do it, and stuff like that.
Come here.
So I guess
Come
I
here.
can set that up. PayPal.me. He says it is. I'll have to look into that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
what's
on
more
my.
breaking
is,
YouTube. Oh shit! What am I doing? I'm not even playing.
Sort it out. Okay. I will definitely be able to
I mean, doesn't he
get
generally
everything going. The only difference will be
break?
manual
I mean,
animations. I have
he
to
breaks
do a manual
TOS
animation
at
and
least. I mean, he probably doesn't more, but at least
T
once a week.
plus.
That's it.
He breaks it just by
Okay.
when he
Existing.
offers
PayPal
no when he
dashboard, I'll have to
offers
look into that.
incentives for people to become
Definitely have to
membership
look into that,
members
try
or
to figure that
subs
out, obviously.
or to tip him. That's
I would love
breaking
to have
YouTube
just a quick
TOS.
link for you guys. rather than
okay.
You can't
logging
do
your
that.
own
It
PayPals or
states
whatever,
it
you
right
know what
in
I'm saying?
terms of service.
Okay.
I'll let you win just because I don't want to play this guy again.
Incentives for
Good
members.
evening, Derek. Yeah, I know.
Incentives that
Text
aren't
us.
listed in the
Okay.
incentives
so,
that
that's what's going on
for the
right
membership,
now. Now,
right?
guys,
Yeah, like
but
he can't
still
like
need
Okay.
support.
he can't
You know what I'm
say
saying? Like, I
if
still
you
need the
tip
same
me
support I
50
usually get on a
bucks,
Friday night
I'll
fight
put on
stream.
glasses. He can't say that.
This is no
You
different.
Right.
can't do
It's
that.
just a different
That's
process.
right.
But
If
it's
he's
the
like,
same
if
exact
we're gonna
stream,
do
same
we'll do a
content,
marathon
still
if
gonna
we
get
get
pop-ups,
this many
shout-outs,
members.
everything's
No,
the
you
same.
can't do that.
I just gotta take time
That's
in between
against
to check
YouTube
and see if
TOS.
contributions have come in, and that's
Okay.
the only difference here. Okay.
Now, if it was in
So,
the
fair enough, let's
membership saying
continue,
that
'cause now the producers icon
you would
contributions.
have access to a
We
monthly,
had Wicked
I don't know,
Growl
members
gifted
only
a
stream
lot
where
of
he would do
memberships.
something
Now, it said he had
special
gifted
or whatever.
20,
That's
and what I'm seeing,
perfectly
it says
fine.
20 were accepted.
Like every
I
member
only have a
gets
few
it,
people on the
regardless of how many
dashboard here,
members.
including
Yeah,
Like
like
Jay
It would be a
Morgan,
members
Soul,
only
Orange
event.
Man, Michael
offering
Moxley,
member
Triceratops,
perks is fine,
Brian
but he
Burkett,
can't
Al
do
Condor,
like
Aaron is Buddha,
if we reach
Rogo and
this
Camaro
members
Lover.
goal for this
Those are the
month,
ones I
we're gonna
see,
we're
but
gonna do
obviously it says
this.
the whole
Or if you
20
tip me
Right.
50 bucks, I'm gonna
accepted.
put on these gunner
So that
glasses.
means
Yeah,
and
that
put
yeah,
on
we
this
yeah,
get
hat.
them,
yeah.
which means that we are
Anything
actually
that-
Yeah, it's
542
crowdfunding.
members
Anything
right
about
now.
crowdfunding
Thank you so
or
much for
tipping or
Wicked Growl. Obviously,
donation,
that
that's not a
helps the channel
donation.
long-term,
It's,
and I really,
you
really
know,
appreciate that.
no.
Okay.
And then when he attacks a viewer, like when
Thank
he's
you
like,
for that.
"You're a fucking idiot,
Dine
you're
has given his
banned,"
membership for
that's
6
against
months.
YouTube TOS. That's considered
Thank you very
bullying.
much, Dine, for re-upping
Yeah.
your membership as well. That is much appreciated.
But he
I mean,
just-
it's just
Okay.
he
He gets
just
away
bullies.
with
He's like, well, I know, but he says that it's more
Oh,
like
another kid.
self-defense. And it's like, well, what am I supposed to do if someone comes onto my stream
This
and
is
like he
Phil
was just
Daddy.
saying,
Phil Daddy
here's it. What happens if
tipped
someone
me
comes on my stream and they insult me? It's like I
Alright.
just can't not do anything,
That's a hell of a
and
tip.
it's
Phil Daddy 6969.
He's launched
Just
a nuke
about on every
already.
stream.
Nice. I knew he was gonna bedcon 0 instantly. I knew it.
Thank you for that. So let's see. We're at $75 a tips now.
yeah. I mean,
This
if
is
somebody's
my-
insulting you, you just say
Hard,
okay, and you just don't
69.
address it.
Hard,
It's sort of like
hard,
Wings
right?
with the
Thank you so
the
much.
DoorDash. I mean, I was on
And yes, I will play an animation for
one
that.
of Brittany
Guess
Gates'
what?
streams
You
a while
guys get to
ago, and it's
see
if someone comes
the
and
one animation
DoorDashes,
you
you
didn't see yet,
take
the
it,
most
you
terrifying
put
one.
it aside,
guys
you
ready
don't
for
bring
this?
it
I
on
hope you're
stream,
ready
you
for
just
this
put it
one.
in the kitchen,
I'm serious.
and you come back in the stream, you don't address it, and you just keep on going.
Yes, there's a bird outside.
You don't
Oh, I
come in-
hate trying to.
Windows open.
You
There's a bird
don't
out
eat
there
it on
going crazy.
stream, you don't
Bird
address it,
out.
you don't insult people, you don't get angry about it, you just put it
Okay.
aside, don't address it,
So,
just
Now
come
I-
back,
so Phil Daddy
and
says we're here for you.
know,
Let's get
and
some
you have-
fights going and have a
it's
chillax
food for
fight
later,
tonight.
right?
Thank you to Phil Daddy for that.
So-
generous
Right,
tip.
you
And in
don't
conjunction with
give
that
them the
tip-
gratification of knowing
Wait a
they
minute, I
won
can't-
even in that
$7.
small way.
It's a
Well, I
95.
mean,
Somebody
you
sent me a
suppose that-
pizza on stream. I'd eat it. I don't
wait.
do shit.
I
mean,
would
that's
too.
what
I
just-
have.
you don't get angry. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily get
69
angry about it, but I mean, if you just came and say,
plus
"Oh, thanks,
25
fucker," you know, it's like,
would
"You
be
idiot, you're giving me," you know, it's like,
94.
"Hey, thanks,"
Oh,
and just eat it,
There we go.
and it's like, "Okay, cool, I got my meal."
speaking
There
of
you go.
wings, he hit a new low
I
yesterday.
fail at math tonight. I'm a
Or
little,
day
sorry, guys,
before.
I'm a little disheveled today after this. whole
69,
Not to
thing.
derail.
69? All right.
Thank you for that. Looks like another tip came in.
What's
Hold
the new
on, I
low
wanna play
that's
the
going on?
animation. You guys ready?
Um,
I'm not even gonna look.
somebody
'cause you
donated
guys- are you ready for this? Thank
$500
you so
to
much to Phil
Wings,
Daddy.
and Wings proceeded
tip.
to be the most ingrateful motherfucker
Oh
ever.
yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Oh,
Give me this side. I can't throw a fucking
my
fireball
God.
on the other side. Nah.
that sounds like
Phil's
a you
laughing
problem.
at you.
Oh
No,
my
he's not.
God.
Fuck him. I'll body his old ass.
Uncle Sam
Goddamn,
takes
That's
$100
the
off the
worst
rip.
thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. You could usually say between 25
Yo,
to
that is the worst thing
Why
ever.
does he
I don't
laugh
think
at
I've
safely
ever seen
25 to
anything worse than
33%.
that.
Which
I
which
don't
way?
think you
Which
can make
way?
anything worse
Where he
than
does like
that.
that cry laugh.
Anyway,
Like not the
thank you very
goat
much for
laugh,
that.
right?
And then,
Or the ack.
Chef D just
where
took
he
me
just-
$5. Said total
he
BS
like
about this
screams
bullshit.
while
Good
he's
luck or not
laughing.
luck for
It's
you, man.
just
Thank you to
fucking
Chef
stupid.
for the tip.
I think that
It's
his
Now,
real
before
his
me a
I think that his real
$9
laugh is
tip.
probably
Okay.
the hiss that
Good God.
you know,
So thank
one that he
you.
does.
Okay,
I
thank you
think that's
to,
his genuine.
I
He
think-
finds something funny laugh.
I think that's his nervous laugh.
Here's your animation.
Well, it is a
I'm gonna
nervous
get better
laugh,
at
but
this. This is
he's.
the first night I'm doing it this way.
Well, I think it's
I
more
will
like his.
obviously get better at this
Well,
eventually.
he also has
This is something that I'm
the.
really used to doing manually
And that's
now.
not the goat
Once I
laugh.
get the process down, I'm sure I'm
And he
gonna be
also
much
has the.
better at it, okay?
Good night,
One.
Chad.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good night,
you on
Chad.
Sunday.
I think the other ones are much worse.
What
I'm fighting
my
a
favorite.
robotic Dick Tracy.
And
He
I'm
has a mega
kicking your
bunny.
ass.
Oh
so
yeah, he's got $99.
Yeah,
You're right,
he's
we
got
did
his
have
money
$1
buff
tip,
already.
didn't we, earlier? So we
This
did
is like the
100. You're
biggest.
absolutely
This is
right.
the
We
most
did have
amount he's
$1
had
tip,
in
and I somehow
months
didn't get added.
for Fight Night.
It should have been 26 plus 69 plus that.
Well, no, I
so
mean
we're
he
at
got the 100 in the last 2 weeks.
So
Did he get last week?
let's
I was
do a
sick.
poll for
I
some
was dealing with my
hats.
brother, and I got
Yeah.
really
Started
fucking
with
sick. So.
gameplay. Okay.
Yeah, he got the 100 from Jax Raxer, and Jax Raxer was like, I'm just gonna he was hoping that
Which
the rest of the
map
people would
is
try to
that's
match
right.
it and
Friday
try to give him
night
more and
best.
priming the jars.
The beret.
Everybody come and rally for Phil, blah, blah, and all that
cowboy
retarded
hat.
bullshit.
The M
Yeah, it
bison
was.
hat
Yeah.
or the fake hair
Fans,
hat.
right.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Thank you guys.
Then he
for your
got
tips
200,
tonight.
then 130 TS,
Remember,
something like that.
It does have to be done manually, and I apologize.
But
for
overall,
that.
I mean, his general,
Send me a
I mean,
tip
his
at PayPal.com,
overall
and I will
income
look
you
into,
blocked
is dropping.
I
I'll
blocked it.
absolutely look
Yeah,
into
he was easily
getting
when he was
that
on Twitch.
PayPal.me page
uh,
set up. I don't know the
He was
ins and
getting
outs of
over
it. I just know it's
$10,000 a
gonna
month, easy,
require,
like
I'll do my best to
12,000,
get that
13,
set up for you guys,
15,000.
sooner.
Now he's
Oh,
that
there
way
you
sub
go.
10.
It's
Nice.
just a link you click, and you can do it through there rather than having to do it manually.
Can beat me on the next
And
one,
he
so I
was-
change my character.
It's funny 'cause some
and
people are
he
being
was
silly,
still
and
a
they're like, oh,
bitter
what
bastard,
do you do
and
when
a
YouTube changed its terms on
vicious
November
little
13th?
gremlin back then,
Well,
even
it's
when he had
My
some
whole
money.
thing is a business strategy.
It's more money, more problem,
my
right?
account
For Phil.
is a business account.
Well, it's like one of those things. It's sort of like I need $1,000 to do a $100 job, sort of a thing. And he doesn't like spending money. He always wants to get the money back that he spends somehow. Like moving cat across the country. It's like I have tax problems. Save the house, and he wants to recoup those expenses. I spent too damn much on WWE champions, so I got $1,000 chargeback when he spent $1,000 on an event. That's just
Well, like,
that's essential money that he needs to recoup.
Oh, no!
basically.
he was doing that this week, though, right? Like he was doing. What was it?
The trolls cost me, and I need money to, Jasper Kitty to get food and
Yeah, and then he said,
yeah.
"Oh, I've never done that." It's like you literally have
Technically-
saved the Congo stream on your channel.
Technically, what he
supposed
said,
to
what
let
he
me
said, and
win.
this is what this pig fucker does. Okay, what he does is he will go ahead, he will change the definition, or he'll change what you are saying, and he'll set up a straw man, and then he'll attack it. So he'll say, "I've never ever said that if I don't hit these tips goals today, I will lose the house tomorrow." That's how he set it up, right? Now, what he said in the past was, I need to start making this money so that I can get on this tax plan, in which they would have put him on a tax plan anyway. He just didn't want to pay
Yeah,
what he was owed.
that's why I
And
started with that $5,000 his mom gave him at the wedding for the enter.
Yeah.
He had already been on that tax plan. That's my thinking.
All right, but let's jump right in.
Let me see, how far back does
That's
The
July 2019 or April 2019.
he got married in April of 2019? That's when
Yeah.
he got the money. So how far back did the bank leaks go? Was it July of 2019?
It was,
I
yeah,
can't
something
remember.
like
I
that.
think it was July 2019.
Yeah,
That's
so
how
we
far
wouldn't have
back
been able
things
to we wouldn't have been able to know. We would have had to have something from like March to tell us whether or not he was on the tax plan. But he raised money in 2018 to pay his taxes, and then in 2019 he came back and said, I didn't. No, or was it 2017? Yeah, he basically said, I need to pay these taxes, and he gathered up money, and then the next year he came back and said, I didn't pay any of those taxes. I need more money. And
Yeah.
he says, I guarantee you all of that money that I raised via tips went to paying down my taxes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the next year he said, I didn't actually spend any of that money on taxes. I need more money.
Well, like you said, like he's supposed to be done his tax payment in December, right?
That's what I calculated based upon the bank leaks, and also by the fact that it was the bank leaks and just how much he had spent, because when he filed in January of at the end of January in 2020, he had $15,000 left.
Yeah.
So he could have owed more. He's saying that he's paying his quarterly taxes. He probably is, so that he doesn't get in this situation again. And so they would have had to do a new tax plan if he ended up owing more, but he hasn't been complaining about it. He hasn't been bringing it up. So I would say he's going to keep going with it because he's already said that the taxes are going to be something that's going to be affecting him for years to come. It's bullshit, but he's going to keep on saying that I have all these taxes.
I'm letting you win, right? I want you to look here. Yeah, because
but
I don't think the tax is ever going to win. It's never going to end. And I
No.
agree.
But and any dent who brings it up is just going to get banned or going to be told like, now let's see, you must be a kid in your mom's basement, or and you don't have any responsibilities in life. You don't have a female wife to take care of, and you don't have a family and bills, so you couldn't never possibly understand. So that's just what he does, and that's also another reason why Cat's there is so that he can have this claim to adulthood, that so you say, hey, you don't have this, you don't have a family to take care of, and so therefore you can't know, and it's whatever you say is irrelevant.
Oh no.
I have a wife, dude. I have a female wife when I can see her bra whenever I want to.
Yeah, he doesn't need friends. Doesn't need friends because he has a wife.
Fucking damn, he has a wife.
Like,
it's like,
I
what
honestly can't believe he said that one time. And I was just like,
what is he doing this in some biblical sense of like you're supposed to cling to her or something like that? Come on, dude. No.
I'm sure she's not allowed to wear a bra because it'll make it easier for Phil to nurse off of her when he needs to.
Well, he can pretend to, actually, no. They do have those nursing bras, and they do have people who sell human breast milk for kinks. And shit like that,
oh God! Don't ruin kink for me, please.
Yeah. So they got drinkers and stinkers, apparently.
Yeah,
they're.
I know what stinkers are.
Those
not
I just can't. I'm like this. Like I said before, it was like with that brat. It's like this sounds fucking exhausting. It's like shit. It's like I have to tell you to drink water. God damn.
Like what?
Bold to assume that I don't think she does.
You don't think Cat allows Phil to touch her?
If they were living like roommates and she's just I don't know, man.
Like when you saw them in the picture in that car, did you see a married couple? Because I sure as hell did. Right?
No.
Like Phil doesn't even have his ring on, but he makes sure that he has it on every stream. That ring is there, and front and center. He's always got it right there. Right? He's always waving his hand. He's always showing the ring. But in that car photo of them at the gas bar, he doesn't have it on. Right? Like, and I know people have said, it's like, I forgot to put my ring on a couple times.
Yeah, when she was, one, she might not like either intimate contact or public intimate contact. I've known people like that who just don't like to be touched when they're asleep or something. And I've known people who don't like to be touched in public. So when people are watching, so who knows? But I think it's just convenience. It's platonic. She's there to serve a purpose, and she gets all of her expenses.
How did I? He's cosplaying as a married man.
Yeah. So it's to give him legitimacy as an adult.
Well, yeah,
but
exactly
some people don't. Some people just hate physical contact. They just don't like it. Period. There's some people who aren't huggers. They don't like to be hugged or to hug anybody, even if it's close family. It's just weird for them. And I know a guy who actually won't. He'll like do an awkward hug or like his wife's female best friends and everything. People that he's known for like
I'd hug.
10, 15 years. It's like one of those like air hug type things. It's because it's like I'm not. It's like I don't want to touch another woman who's not my wife. Type of a thing. So.
She only kicks. Okay.
Wouldn't be surprised if the wedding photo was a Sears novelty photo. Well, they showed them in the living room. There were some photos that they had from the wedding.
And we have the restaurant photos too, right? The authentic Italian restaurant photos. That his parents paid for as well.
Yeah, get that chick parm. So authentic Italian. And then that bitch said that, authentic Italian was chick parm. And no, it's not. It's American Italian.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm
That's
surprised
okay.
Phil hasn't messaged or hasn't mentioned what Kat thought. Shit. What Kat thought about him getting banned today. He hasn't mentioned it at all yet.
Oh, you jumped.
I thought
She's
he was saying-
crying.
She's crying
He's-
downstairs right now that I don't have any more partnership, or I had lost my way to get tips.
How does he sound? Does he sound drunk right now?
Oh, I got through my command throw.
I don't
Not that
know.
time. Nice.
I don't think so. He might be
Huh.
clean
Alright.
cut.
I mean, just
oh.
got 3-1. So that's best of 5. I'll play. At most, I'll play best of 5 probably with people, unless I'm.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Neither do
I
I.
really don't.
3 wins is enough for me.
I hate this character.
So he cheesed it with Sasquatch here.
Yeah, he ran right to Sasquatch right away.
There you go.
So
He does that. He will either go with grapplers or characters with
Where they made
reach,
it announced
or
as
a
the
combination of the
best of
two
3
when
in
he
a ranked
starts
match. If you go up to
getting
10
Mhm.
his ass
Yeah, he just
handed
runs
to
over
him.
there when he can't, when he
Which
gets
makes
bodied.
sense,
He just
by the
runs
way.
over there and just
It's
starts
kinda silly
spamming.
that if you're really liking playing with someone that
Stop!
doesn't you how much
Okay, you need to knock that shit off! Oh my god! Fucking
What else you
spamming
got?
the same
Okay,
move. I
so-
see how you are.
And first of all, M Bison.
Let me hit you!
And Chill Murray is probably, I'm just looking at this, he's probably just talking over whatever the fuck Phil is saying, with not even giving a fuck.
yeah.
So,
Joe Murray's probably stoned off his ass.
oh yeah, no, he's probably, you know, broke out the wax
I love
already, man.
I love Murray, but yeah, he's definitely
We got $1 tip.
he's definitely imbibed.
Oh, it's Crimson Tide. I don't get why Cole's
No, he's
I
always,
think he's
always
onto
fine.
some. I think he's onto something though. If
Like
you,
seriously, every once in a while, what is it? They just get fucking.
What's that?
And they realize,
Being
oh, I
drunk
can't ruin Phil's life this
or
way.
stoned,
I can
too.
help. So it all started on my day off.
Yeah, you can just let it fly, and he
No!
doesn't give a fuck.
That was
I
close.
don't really want to talk about this on
That was-
Frankly, I just don't. Thank you.
Still using cocaine.
Seo just did me $20. Thank you, Seo.
I thought
I don't know,
that
I'd
years
have to-
ago. I thought
I'd-
Phil was on coke years ago.
I'd have to see his eyes, and I'd have to see what he does with it. When it comes to coke, you'll have lots of almost non-stop blather, like talking just to talk.
you mean like he does?
No, a different type of talking. It's a little more fast-paced, and you'll see the motherfucker sweating, and the eyes could be darting around the room, and just the fidgeting, and you know, doing like, yeah, there's just a look when someone's on coke.
Well,
And
Phil
I've been
used to
around
be
people-
bug-eyed. Phil used to be bug-eyed a lot.
Yeah, that's not that alone isn't
You know
a
what I'm saying? Like, why would you be picking?
Like when he used to do his
like a coke
vlogs.
There you
thing.
go.
When he used to do his vlogs, he used to be
So,
bug-eyed and he used to
I
be
also
really, really
received a
fidgety.
$4.20 tip.
I've seen people like that a lot whenever they're getting on camera and their eyes just go wide, like especially if they're looking at themselves on a screen. You just see people who do that.
Like I
Oh.
thought, because like to me he was tweaking. This is going back, like, 6 years ago?
I
hmm
don't want recognition for this, just to show some support after the recent news.
You see a lot of people who tweak. Was he grinding his teeth and like clicking his teeth together a lot?
Nobody
Because
like,
you'll find a lot of people. You'll find a lot of people when they're tweaking. Like you get somebody in there, and then you'll just hear the teeth grinding and clenching and clicking, and when they're talking, you'll find that with tweakers a lot.
Maybe that's why he chooses water when he drinks it, though.
no, that's what he does is he swashes the water around in his mouth because of his bad teeth.
Okay.
Like I know Fantastic Mr. Sam, shout out Fantastic Mr. Sam.
Nothing. Okay, never
He
mind.
was asked that question the other day about
Oh
What
no
do
no
you
no!
think?
Oh,
All right. So now.
about Phil's bad teeth, and Sam said no, like it came to about him eating, right? Because he always winces when he eats.
Let's get back to
Mhm.
business.
Now I
Good
don't
evening,
do
Mateo the
that,
God.
right? Like I don't
Real
wince
take
when
forward
I
to the super
eat.
chats. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you strong.
But Fantastic Mr.
Correct.
Sam, because he's a dentist, he stated that
Well, it does make me strange
he
to
didn't
hear
think
that.
Phil was in pain, right?
yeah.
You real
And
take
so
sports.
and he'd know best.
Okay.
So I don't know.
When you
Phil's
see
just-
people,
he's just
he eats oddly. When you see people who have tooth pain when you eat, you
Yeah.
wince and you go.
Yeah.
And it you know, it will hurt. It'll really freaking hurt. And you just don't see him. He just does it. It's almost like he doesn't. When he bites, it seems like he just doesn't want to try to be messy with something. Like he's trying to ensure that it's going in his mouth. You know,
Oh.
so maybe he's trying not to be a sloppy eater when he's on stream, perhaps.
Who knows? Like I don't. You think it's him not being just a sloppy eater, like, or is it?
Well, or it's also him being lazy. To avoid that, to avoid being a sloppy eater, if he wants to make sure, I mean, he could take something that was bigger and cut it up into smaller pieces so that he can just eat it normally. But he doesn't want to do that because he's that fucking lazy. You know, he's like, I don't want it on the bone. I want it so I can just eat. You know, and
I like her. Ibuki's cool.
Cool business, exclusive release,
Oh, no, no, no,
Goku.
no.
That's correct.
No, you're not allowed
Star
to
Wars
win.
trilogy,
so Fantastic Mr. Sam, being a British dentist, he sees what 2-3 clients a year.
I've only
Oh, fuck! That's me.
So obviously, I saw him as.
You can't say that about
Saruman
Sam. Sam's cool.
in the Lord of the Rings
I know
movies.
he's
He does
cool.
A really great job playing Saruman.
I know what I understand. What I've heard British people say about the system is that your teeth will be healthy. They won't necessarily be pretty, but they'll give you the minimum of what you need at least. So
This character sucks.
I told you. He's like Zangief. He's only good up close, and you're gonna get punished really easily.
Except the way you send me a tip, that's literally it. Everything else is still in effect. At 100 likes tonight, you'll get a bubble blow.
Oh, and you got this.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Oh, and you got this unrealistically buff chick
You
over
win,
here.
though, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
double KO.
That was fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah, doubly.
Yeah, the only time I've seen women get cut like that, they had to have been on something.
I didn't know that.
I
That
want to
didn't
try
even, like,
being a
HGH.
dapper English gentleman for one.
I didn't even know about that either. Derek says Antonio Inoki famously faced Muhammad Ali in Tokyo in 1976.
No, Robin, you haven't missed
Boxing
much.
was a wrestling.
Phil keeps repeating over and over and over again
Oh,
about
it's not new.
how to
New
tip.
game is
Okay.
anime. Seriously. The
Thanks,
villain
Derek.
is
What did
you can
Darish
get
do?
paid from anywhere, but it all depends on
What
levels
did
of
Darish not
professionalism.
do?
All right, PayPal. I have a registered business.
I gotta get.
working through
Oh, there
them
we go.
that I've been using. They make tons of money off of me
What is
every
it?
year with the cuts and everything.
Leave me
Random
alone.
Darish.
I'm being
He's talking about
slowly.
his PayPal
Cut
business
from-
account right now, so he doesn't know.
So you don't have to
He still
worry about
doesn't
that.
understand what's
All
going to
right,
happen in
but
November.
you know what they say? Never say never, right? Like.
Oh,
never
you
know
just
what's
had a
gonna
cunt hair left. Damn it.
I'm not- I don't have
Almost
issues with that.
another
I don't do anything
double.
wrong. I don't violate any laws or whatever. I mean, I'm a streamer.
Why
I'm
even
a
have a
streamer
cunt hair? Just
who
shave it
brings
all
in
off.
tips for his
Goddamn.
streams. It's a perfectly legitimate business.
In case you run out of dental floss, duh.
He's like, I don't need any of that shit.
I don't want to talk about this all night. I really don't want to talk about it at all anymore. We can avoid it. It's just
Yeah,
It's
and
interesting playing a character that only has punch moves.
I'll buy it. There you go. They're never adding third strike to this, by the way. Real Take Sports.
look at this fucker right here giving a super chat.
Why? Because they can get away with
Phil
it.
needs help
So
now.
here's the difference. Me, I'm a little guy.
Yeah, who's
I really don't
fucking
make
super
maybe
chatting
much
Phil?
money. You know what I mean? Like maybe YouTube.
Tips,
makes
guys.
a
He needs them
negligible
tips.
amount of money on me a year.
He's
You know what I
screwed
mean?
without them tips. He has no money.
In the case of like Streamlabs, Stream Elements, they don't make anything off of me. They weren't getting any money from.
Real Take Sports is speedrunning bankruptcy.
They're gonna get spammed.
What,
with
like,
a bunch of net nonsense. They're just gonna say, "Well, screw it, turn it
oh,
off," rather than have to deal with the spam, right?
How do you do a
So,
super?
Is it
Ugh.
moral? No.
yeah, I mean, they could be. I mean,
They're
what was
all
it?
doing they don't care. You know, they're just protecting their own business.
Oh,
and their own
fuck.
eyes.
What was the,
Okay.
which dent did I pull that paperwork for?
Michael King says Christopher Lee
Timbo.
his metal album before he died.
Yeah,
Ah,
that,
stop.
That beat me.
Yeah, that-
changed his character.
Jesus.
that retard.
We're not getting killer clowns from outer space because it's a
God,
Oh, yeah,
what was
So
it?
Timbo and his
fucking
bankruptcy.
cheap.
exactly the same as all the other
Yeah, well, he
killer
had a
clowns.
chapter 7, and then he had a chapter 13 back in 2020, which he paid off that plan very quick. He paid that off within the year, but he declared
Wow,
bankruptcy
Tolkien as well in real life. That's crazy.
with, what was it, 12,000. The grand total was 16,000 with fees, but it was $12,000 in debts. This new one,
Thank you, Jesus.
let me just refresh my recollection here. Okay,
One person.
Oh.
One person. For
so
the first 16 minutes. Here we go.
fees and priority claims, $5,797, and fees and priority claims. I don't think he had any priority claims because no child support or, well, he might have been
All right.
if he does have any
I'm gonna
child
try.
support, he
See how it goes.
is current on it at least. Because if you're behind on child support, they'll go ahead and wrap that in, and that gets paid first. 28,000.
Fuck you, you Gumby ass motherfucker! What is this bullshit?
I have no idea.
Profit.
See, isn't total
Right.
unsecured claims? So in 2 years, he racked up another $20,000 in debt. $20,763 in debt in 2 years,
What,
and
seriously?
then yeah,
Holy
the first time
shit.
he did the Chapter 13, paid it back. It was $12,000, and now he racked up another 20 in debt in 2 years, and which I mean, it's not terribly hard to do that. But the grand total that he'd have to end up paying back with all the fees is $28,800, and he owes payments of $800 a month.
That's what
that
happens
would
when you
be
give all your
deduct-
money to Phil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he just doesn't have enough to pay back. Well, he's borrowing too much. This guy just has a spending problem, a spending and a finance problem. He just has no financial discipline. You know, so,
Yo, the sword.
but neither does Phil.
Characters
I
are
wish
cool.
I knew
They're
what
on the
that
screen. Yeah,
said.
previously they weren't.
But Phil just
They just added
leans
extras.
on these
They
people
were always on
to
the screen for Xbox,
make sure
now
that
they're
he can
finally
just
on the screen for
bumble
this
through
version.
life and just
They finally added them.
throw money at all of his problems.
Oh,
and pay his fucking
motherfucker.
bills.
Okay.
Okay, god damn it.
Lyft
shit
credit, DirecTV. He owed DirecTV $128, and he wouldn't even pay the fuckers.
But
Net
seriously?
credit. Yeah, Wisconsin Public Services. What the fuck was he not? So he wasn't paying some sort of public service fee there in Wisconsin. He's in the Green Bay area, I believe.
Why did I
IRS.
I don't know.
IRS amount claimed. Yeah, he owes money to the IRS. Only $633 though.
I did it again.
Check
I
and
don't have
go. What is it?
Oh, you
Tribute Capital
motherfucker.
Partners. That sounds like it's a debt collection service. $22,164. Jesus Christ. I mean, I grabbed it, but I didn't take a. These are just the people who filed claims.
Oh.
Private financial service company with expertise in consumer bankruptcy.
Oh,
What else do we got here? Covantage Credit Union in Wisconsin, $241. Don't know what it's for. I have to look up I could probably go and look up these claims without too much of a problem.
But like, just look at the dents that Phil surrounds himself with, right? So you got
Yeah.
Phil bankruptcy, Timbo bankruptcy, you got
yes.
Darren who's a
Overhead
fucking
jumping groundhouse, walk forward
sex
to the
offender.
A predator, sex offender waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got OIC, who's just a massive sociopath, probably a serial killer.
Looks like, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's like you said. I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to throw Phil down a hole and use his hole for whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people who'd be into that, but probably not Phil.
Went to Morgan now.
Find all sorts of weird ass people out in the wild, man.
Like, yeah, like Train says, is he's just like, there's so many fucking, he just attracts like the bottom dweller, right?
Yeah, but it's also a lot of people who've probably been bullied their entire lives, and they oh shit, what's this? People have been bullied, or people who just see Phil as a conduit to getting back at people. Sort of like if Phil's doing successful, then I'm doing successful, and they just don't like quote unquote bullies, and so they've bought into the whole thing of like, I'm just a simple businessman who wants to play games and have fun. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do with my life, is play games and have fun.
Play games and beg for money,
Yeah.
and then get
Let's
back
see
from any institution that you can find out.
Yeah, just getting money loaned. Let me see here.
Oh, I hit me.
Finance LLC.
Nice.
Somebody
Getting better with it.
loaned
I'm
this
getting better with it.
motherfucker money?
Probably.
Ear-to-ear control and spacing, that's
They'll
one of the
never
reasons
see
Chris
it
is part of
again.
the matchup.
Payday cash loan.
Good evening, Chris B. How are you?
No, no,
You
no,
guys
no,
like
no.
translating the gameplay?
Okay.
He didn't remove
Well,
Oh,
no,
shit.
actually they could.
that ends that set. Cool.
Looks like they got a default judgment against him.
Good matches so far.
Yes, they
Connections
loaned
aren't that bad so
him.
far. I'm shocked. I thought they would be
Looks like they loaned him about
Ah.
$2,000.
That was
And
close.
they loaned about $2,000, and there was some interest that piled up on it, and they went and they got a judgment against him. Or claim. Oh, well, maybe it was a little less than that.
We've got another Vampire Savior player I haven't played before. Legacy.
Yeah, somebody loaned him money after he got his Chapter 13.
Tails, he's been busy with school. It's all good. Hope you're doing
And
well.
it was unsecured. This wasn't a secured. It wasn't
Okay.
Uh-oh.
secured on any type of real property. So I mean, if they
Uh-oh.
do it at your own risk.
Uh-oh.
God
That never
damn.
happened before.
Ooh.
I've owned the game for what, over 2 months? I've never had that sync error before. Actually,
Yeah,
I
people are
think
just.
this is going to be my last one. Prophet, my hand's starting to bother me.
Okay.
I don't care how they can fucking do that.
That's always
What else we
happens,
got here?
right?
Okay, download.
Patch stuff,
Yeah,
they fuck it up.
you can use Pacer
Derek, just so you
for
know,
free as
I
long
may
as your
not be able to
quarterly
do the Battle Royale tomorrow. I don't have time to set it up. I was supposed to set it up
downloads,
two
because they
months
charge you
today.
10 cents a page.
Look what happened.
As long as your quarterly
Look at this,
downloads are under
down,
30 bucks a
right now,
month,
right
they
then.
don't charge you for
I gotta
anything.
stream all day tomorrow, react
So,
on the
'cause
website,
I don't
website,
wanna
it's
spend
not
money,
happening.
You know,
Well,
real
I
money
think
looking at
we
these
should
fuckers.
react a little early.
Let's
Oh, no.
see here.
Probably do something different, but I just
Well,
Oh, that was
stuffed it.
Vlad.
They fucked it. This is the problem people don't
Yeah, I
understand.
did.
Oh, you see, it's just innocent.
That was
stolen, so
lucky,
you
though.
find
Wisconsin
guys,
Public
right? Look at all the
Service.
tips he got. Yeah, but now I didn't have time to do the things I was supposed to do.
What you were
I
billed,
watched
county
the videos, I
tax
had done, I
bill,
wolfed down my food. I come
state
back, I
tax
screenshot,
bill,
I have time to do my stuff for tomorrow.
service
You know?
bill. I don't know what the service bill is.
It's just, people don't understand that. It's fucked up.
Balance
I wanna do the
amount.
match tomorrow, but how am I gonna have time to find 30 characters? It takes at least an hour or more.
Oh, wow,
I
you
should
really
put together
badly
a bullshit.
timed that.
I want to do nice stuff for you guys. You know what I mean?
What the fuck wasn't he paying?
So we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see how much time I
Trying to
have.
play footsies
I'll let
with
you
me.
know
I see how you are.
It's gonna be me
Yep.
doing the react, and then
All right,
the
that's a
extra
good
time at
note
the
to
end,
end on for me, I think.
whatever
Thank you,
it's about.
Prophet.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you all for your support.
Oh,
You
electric
guys.
and natural
Anyway,
gas.
you
Okay,
can
it was his
you can give it a like.
electric and
45
his
likes, we aim for
natural
100
gas
every
bills he
stream.
wasn't
Do a
paying.
super chat. That would be great. Super sticker. That would be great. You could become a member. or
How
give
can he
membership.
not
So
pay
the
his
weekly
bills?
round will be
Are you
one
saying
for
like his
membership
mommy
fees.
and daddy paid it for
Or
him
you
or
tip me.
something?
The tipping
Well, Phil doesn't.
method
Phil
is different
misses
now than it used
his.
to be. There's
We
no
can
more
tell
tips to
by
do it as of
the
now.
tips tracker
Okay,
that
but
he
I
would
will
miss
look into making
his
a
payments
link
on a regular
for you guys
basis,
to just
and then he would end up
click
paying a
on
late
10
fee
cent
all the
tip if you
time.
like. For now, if you want
Ugh.
to tip,
Like
That's
today was
easy.
payday for me. I paid all my bills.
a tip to
Yeah.
darkside@hotmail.com and
Right?
you put a message
Even
in
if my
there,
bill,
name you wanna
like my
use,
gas
the
bill
message you
isn't
wanna
due
say,
until
and
the
I'll read it out, and I will
21st. I
manually
paid it anyways.
play an
Maybe why?
animation for you on the stream.
It's the first of the month. I'm gonna pay and get all my bills done for the
All right, here
month.
we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But Phil, he would just be like, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna do some
I'd
WWE
say
pulls."
20.
Then you'll just
Why
go
not
on stream
say
next
20?
day and go, "Guys, you know my
was weird.
utilities bills due. I
Okay.
need
Server
$200."
for Vega.
Well, because he's got the dense condition, and they're going to go ahead and go and do
Vega,
it. That's the
Chun-Li,
problem.
Camille. We'll start
So
with
they're going to go
I-
ahead and just give him the
So
money.
Lemon, Chun-Li against Guy.
The thing is, I think he's got himself just as conditioned as he's got the people who tip him and give him money.
Exactly,
and all
because
that.
he's gonna go back to that well because he knows he can draw something out of it when he's if he goes and talks about the trolls. But the problem is that he's chased off so many people, and other people have woken up, or their financial situation has changed that he can't. I mean, he's done multiple of those streams when or tip wars that would occur, and he would just start laughing his ass off during these things in the past, and he's not getting those anymore.
Life's terrible. You can see how bad it is.
Yeah, they're
That was a chick through.
I
I mean, when you go from a lifestyle when you're making $15,000 a month to to now making under $10,000 a month, you know, or
Yeah.
you could be scraping into that
And
area.
he's still living
It's-
that lifestyle, right?
and he's still living that $15,000 a month lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, his baseline
What
is
the
the time when
fuck?
he was making
That
like
most definitely-
$200,000
oh my
plus
God.
when he was on YouTube, when you had the
Yeah, I think
stupid
Andrew
ad
was
revenue that was out there, when they were just throwing money out there. And I mean, he was complaining about it last year when he was talking about how he would do his videos and he would put five ads in there, and he was saying that if you want to have meaningful content, you need to have ad revenue be like it was back in 2011, 2012, like that. Not like what they have it now. It should be if somebody saw the ad, even if they saw it for 1 second, they saw the ad, I should be paid in full for it. He went on one of those retarded rants, just like when it was similar to that rant when Pokimane got suspended for she ended up getting suspended there, and he said that she should be banned from the partnership program and deserves nothing of anything of what she gets because and then the rant about being bukaked with money that he was dreaming about, and it was the same level of retardation. Yeah, no, it wouldn't happen today. And he also wanted the search algorithm to go back to what it was when he was super popular, when there was barely anybody doing what he was doing on YouTube. He wanted it. He said that back then they were promoting the people who had meaningful content and the people who were the best of the best and the good people, but now they're just promoting drama and evil, and it's that's not what's going on.
But that's the problem with Phil. Phil's always stuck in the past, right? Like
What the
because
fuck?
back
It
then
didn't combo.
he made all that money,
It didn't combo. The game
right?
gave it to him anyway.
And
even though
now
the
it's
didn't
like,
combo.
well, now I got
It
to
said 2
be
hits instead of
a
3.
mature
Some
adult,
bullshit.
right?
I
Coin a
absolutely
phrase.
interrupted that.
And he's got to manage his money, but then he
Unreal.
keeps going,
Completely unreal.
10 years
He
ago,
did-
I was
he
just
mistimed his
rolling in the
move,
dough,
which means I
rolling
get
in
a
the
free
dough. And it's
throw.
like, yeah, but
And
you're
then he
not
banned
now.
and he banned somebody just not too long ago for saying you used to say that you were rolling in dough, and he says I never said that, and he banned them.
Yeah.
So it's just him. That's just what
Even if he never explicitly said that outright, he did by showing off all those statuettes he bought and bragged about all those controllers and everything else. So yeah, he may not have used that phrase. He may not have said it verbally, but he
What the
sure as
fuck?
fuck
No,
did
no, Hail
so
Mary
in
does not
other
work like
ways.
that.
No, he actually said he would say on streams, and I believe he said it even after he attacked this viewer. When he said I never said that I was rolling in dough, he used it not too long before that, and then he used it even after that because Phil just doesn't remember. He says whatever he needs to say at any particular. He needs to say whatever he needs at any particular time in order to fit his particular narrative to make him look like either the victim or the victor. It's he needs to be the champion fighter who's never lost a fight, and he also needs to be the homeless guy on the street who's being kicked around for telling the truth.
But that's this is why I agree with Call Me Astro here, right? Like Phil really didn't grow up, right? Like, when Leanna left him, he no longer had a mate, right? Somebody that's gonna do his laundry, cook him dinner, blah blah blah, right? So he lost that, right? So he married Kat, and that's all Kat does, right? Kat doesn't serve any purpose but to wipe Phil's ass and clean up after him. So you have that mentality, and then all Phil does is he buys toys, right? He doesn't, like, if I was making the money that Phil was making, I would probably look at decorating my place better furniture, whatever, right? I wouldn't be buying like fucking like statuettes and junk that
Enough of this bullshit.
that I'm not going to use.
All right.
Like, I would be more inclined to go like, okay, you know what?
Dude, are you kidding me?
I want to go on a vacation. I want to do
anything.
this, take a
He
trip.
gets away with all his
Phil's
moves.
just like, yeah, no, I'm just going to stay in my gated community, buy toys, and beg for money.
Well, I mean, he was taking vacations. He was doing that a lot, and he was staying in suites when he'd be going out, and because he had that money at the time, he thought that he'd be making. Remember, he said I had paid off all my credit card debt, and I got completely out of debt.
Unreal.
He had zero debt at one point because of the YouTube money was paying him so much, and he thought that he'd be making that forever. Every year after year, he thought he'd be, or it would just only be increasing, right? And that's how he spent it. So he said, I want what I want now. I want these things now, and it's going to be like this in the future. So I can think about that when I get the the same amount or more next year. You know,
Yeah.
I'm making $250,000 now.
Can't even jump.
I'm going to make $250,000 forever, or I'm going to get more, so I can go ahead and just burn this money
Can't jump over. I can't.
and think about
It's too
that.
bad to
Think
jump
about that
over
later.
anything.
Like, no. You
Machinima told
start now.
Machinima told him that it's not going to last forever. And Phil was basically like, fuck you, it's going to last forever.
I can't just do headbutts through his sonic boom.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I mean, they were suggesting like maybe you want to do something else, and maybe you want to, you know, just parlay into something else besides content creation. And Phil thought that they were being insulting and whatnot. So, you know,
But like,
Phil.
just think about it. You have a company like Machinima at the time that was very, very popular, very in the know.
Mhm.
And they
Only
were
would've come out
offering
the
him
first 2 times, he
such
would've
good
been dead before
advice,
he
and
lost
he
his
just basically
hell.
turned around and said, fuck you, I'm Phil Burnell.
Well, one, planning for failure. I mean,
What?
it's not
That
that
was
necessarily
micro.
you really can't plan. I mean, thinking about, oh, what if I fail?
Wow.
That mentality can affect you about
moves
it. You know,
come
you
out.
can weigh risk. Like, I mean, I do that all the time when I'm
My move doesn't
looking
come out, my
at
move
something
doesn't
like,
come out, my move
do we
doesn't
want
come
to
out,
take this to
random
trial?
mashing
You
in the
discuss it
air.
with the
It's
client.
air
You say,
throw. Like, fuck
you
this
look at
shit.
you look at what evidence you have, you
Alright,
look
this
at
guy
the
can go fuck
opponent that you
himself.
have, and
Now
what
he's
they've
really
done and what they've defensed, and you just look at your, you know, you also look at the client. How likable are they? How believable are they? If you're looking at a case that could end up going to trial, and so you have to weigh these things out. Yes, but just saying like, oh, I might, you know, fuck this up and I might be a failure. It's like you really can't think like that. You know, you got to think that. But the thing is that you also have to make the right moves to where you could position yourself to having multiple income flows, right? Like Phil could have taken that
Oh
money
my
and put
God.
most of it away,
This
and he
is
could
fucking
have passive
nonsense.
income
It skipped my like shows me
from,
him
you know, other
joking.
sources. But he literally spent it all, every
Yeah.
single cent of it, like it was going to rot in the fridge if he didn't do anything.
But where do you think Phil gets that from? Do you think that Phil gets that from his mom, or do you think he gets it from his dad?
I don't think he gets it from his dad. I think his dad, like the way he's described it, was when his dad was studying for classes, and Phil would just be sitting at the tables studying
It cheated
while
again.
Phil
It
was,
cheated
you know,
again.
fucking around in the
It completely cheated. No,
arcades.
he cannot do that.
Phil's dad is
That's
a Chad.
impossible. Only in lag
All right,
can you pull that shit
he was
off.
in the
Only
Marine
in
Corps.
lag will that ever happen.
He was working hard, and in order to improve his family life, he was working full time
I should be able to hit
with
him
a
that.
with an
I can't
actual
get everything,
family
but I can't get it to come out.
to
By the way,
raise,
it's a
and
lockdown
he was
corner.
taking
He can't
classes
universal flash
on
hit.
how
It's
to
impossible that he's doing
do
that.
something
I
else,
shouldn't
on
be
how
able
to
get out.
do
Right there, that's a
a
lockdown.
job that would earn him more
That's a
money.
complete lockdown. He should not be able to do
You know,
universal
going to
flash
school
hit
at
ever
night.
through it.
I don't think
should
it
always
was.
lock him
I
down.
think it's
So if it comes out and it hits me,
not necessarily
he
his
was
mom. I
full
think
of
his.
shit.
I think it was just Phil. I think he just never learned, never cared, and he just had this arrested development and just thought, I want to have
Didn't do
what
that.
I want right now,
Obviously, I did headbutt, right?
and I don't care about it. He thought that he's always going to, with the narcissism, it's the people love me, and I'm getting all this affirmation and ass pats, and the money is the most important thing.
What the fuck?
I think that might have been from him, but he just didn't.
Yeah, it's
He didn't
bullshit.
have it
It drops my
instilled
move,
in him
and then
when
every
he
time that it
was
drops my move, I
younger.
lose the match.
It's not necessarily that he was taught to be a retard. I think that because you can be, you definitely can be, but I think that it wasn't heavily emphasized enough. They probably said, "Oh, you got to put money aside," because his parents come from an older generation, you know, in which, you know, his parents are about that age to where their parents, his grandparents, lived through the Depression, right? And
Oh my
so
God,
you
dude,
had,
just keep dropping my move over and over.
but also his parents also benefited from some of the greatest economic
That's
growth
not a reversal.
and
Say reversal. It's
strength of
bullshit.
um,
It's lag.
such a strong economy
gets away with every
that
time
a lot
you
of people
play
now
the most
can't
abusable,
afford,
laggy
you know, or
character,
even
and I get
dream
made about
of,
it 'cause the fucking
you know,
lag will
replicating
fucking
in their lives. It's like back,
This is fucking
parents could
bullshit.
go and get a
I'm
job
every match
at a
match,
factory
but I'm
somewhere,
trying to
and
knock
boom,
off
they
the
could just
big
go
dog
and
against just to
buy a
get
freaking
me
house and raise a family on a single paycheck
Fucking
in certain
lag
industries,
shit.
right? And
This.
people are able to do that. Now it's here. Fuck. I think in like Orange County, it's like a lot of houses in areas that you'd actually want to live in.
Nope,
Those things are
doesn't
going
work.
like
If you
where I
use
am, it's like
universal, you saw that, right?
$600,000.
Yeah.
Or
That
even
doesn't
you know,
work.
you're looking at
He's
multiple
literally
millions of
doing
dollars,
what don't work in the game. That does not
$2.5
work.
million for a maybe even a single story house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't make at least $150,000 or $200,000 a year, don't bother
Yeah.
trying to get a mortgage
That doesn't
in
work
the area.
either.
My
He
grandparents
instantly
grew
recovered
up
from
in a,
Sonic
s-
Boom
or
and
well,
back
my
fears, and it gave
they
it to
had a
you.
house
That
built
doesn't
in a
work.
suburb of San Diego in in the 50s, and
He's
it cost
literally
him
doing things that don't work.
$10,100 to have built.
He's getting away with it,
And
see?
now that
It's complete bullshit. It
house,
doesn't work in the
even
game.
in the condition it's in
can't-
now, is worth,
There's no way you
what
can
was
win.
it, something
There's
like
absolutely no way to win against this guy
450,
with his
500,
He's massive hard
$500
with lag,
doll,
with his connection, and you can't do
500,000 or
anything you
something,
need to do to
and
win.
it's a
You'll
relatively
just keep
small
maxing your
house.
resources
It's,
through all of your moves,
I think it's
and your
what
moves
they
will never come out.
considered a cottage style house. God, I used
Mhm.
that word. I'm sorry.
'Cause
A
he
cottage
essentially
house,
timing
you know,
anything. He
style
just
house.
Hail Marys
And
in
so
between
it's
all my
really
moves, and it just
small.
works
It's 2
because
bedrooms,
fucking
1
bull back to the shit.
bathroom.
That's why he gets away with it.
Yeah, and it's worth exponentially.
Look at that.
Well, let's just say this. There's houses on the in the area
Did you
that
see that?
I
He showed
grew
you
up in.
the
They
key
were
and then gave him a
ranch
flashlight instead.
style houses. There we
Look
go.
at
Yeah.
that.
They were ranch houses, single story.
Blatantly hit him.
Single story.
Damn
They
it.
had
You know you
they
never
had
took it, he got
they
airflow
typically
instead.
had 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, around 1,600 square feet.
Yeah.
Okay, and those are going for well, before the credit crunch back in 2008, they were worth about $600,000. Now they are going for about over $800,000.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable
It's
nonsense
ridiculous.
lag.
California.
I'm so tired. I'm so
You look at Phil's
tired of this
condo,
online
right?
lag
Phil's
bullshit.
condo, he bought that for 265, and now it's worth
Uh-huh.
635, I think,
Where's-
640.
look
Well,
at
it's a
that.
it's
He
a
never
it's a
gave my
townhouse,
input.
but yeah,
So
it's
he gets away with
yeah,
mashing,
about
just jumping and
that's
mashing. Look
that's
at
what
this.
the you know the
So everything he
the
does is
comps are
like
going for.
100%
Like,
safe.
and there was somebody who
Literally
bought a
everything he
house
does is
earlier
100%
or
safe 'cause none
bought
of
one of
my
the
moves
units
come out,
earlier this
but
year
all of his always come out and
for
beat
that.
everything I
You know,
do.
the
He didn't
goddamn
outplay me at all.
yeah,
He
$800,000 for a
literally did outplay me. He did
1,600 square
absolutely
foot
nothing to counter my
single
game
story
plan
house.
and that. He just did everything in
It's
lag, and it gave him
remarkable.
every move he
Yeah.
did, and it gave me no moves whatsoever.
Don't know how long that's
Zero.
gonna last though.
0 moves. Fuck
Yeah,
this
there's
fucking
going to
piece
be a
of shit.
crash, I'm sure.
And
at
because
some
because
point.
it's
This
Washington
laggy
State,
smoke
yeah, it's because
motherfucker
shit's expensive
is
there.
the worst
I
the
mean,
easiest character with lag and getting
where
away
should
with
he have
connection sucks.
moved? I was thinking that if he had moved to New Hampshire, he may have been better off because they don't have income tax on wages and they don't have a state sales tax
No, he's
there.
not good. This guy is a
But
piece
it still
of shit.
snows. But they do have something like
does. He's not doing anything impressive at all. He's doing
well, it
basic
used to be
blocking
higher.
bullshit
They had a
lag.
business income tax rate
I didn't do that.
that's
What the fuck? I
it's
didn't
much
do that
higher
move.
than what it is in Washington. It used to be above 10%, but
Fucking
now I
love it.
believe it's like
There you
it's
go.
coming down into the 7%
He
range.
sucks. He's not
But
a
still,
good
it
player.
makes
He's
7% of
terrible.
his
He's a
business
scrub.
income
He's
as a
fucking
sole
high
proprietor.
player
You know,
on
it would
my
be,
moves lag.
you
He's
know,
a piece of shit.
going
So,
to the state, but
he's
he
not a
wouldn't be
good
paying
player at all.
sales tax or
And that's it. No more. Because
and
that was 10.
well,
So I only won like 2.
that's the problem.
It should have
If
been
he made it into a
all 10. I
corporation
should have
and
easily
paid
won. That was
himself
offline.
a
He literally would
wage,
not have won a single match.
he
would
wouldn't
not
be
have won.
subject to
Not
it. But he
close
wouldn't be subject
to
to
winning a single
income
match.
tax on his holdings, but
It's
the
all
corporation
online
would still
games,
be
complete
subject to that
nonsense.
tax.
There'd be no way
Um,
he'd live in Florida.
Okay.
No way.
I
Too
got a bunch
hot.
of super chats.
Way too hot.
That was one of his things. That was one of his deals. But that's the thing, that you still have business taxes. I believe, what is it, Wyoming? Wyoming doesn't have a business tax.
Big ups. Thank you to
Um,
for a tip. I appreciate that.
I want to say South Dakota doesn't have a business tax.
All right. So
I mean, there are lots of states, if you're looking at it, Texas may have been good for him. But you also have to look at the quality of the internet connection. I mean, I've been to North Dakota, and I know it's different from South Dakota. A lot of people in North Dakota say that South Dakota's fucking dirty and everything, but I mean, I don't know. All I know is it was fucking cold there on one of the times that I went, and
don't even.
I mean, the internet connections, I mean, they're not the greatest, even in Fargo, which is the largest city. It's the metro area is like 250,000. Internet's not superb. Like Viasat is one of the things that some people have to do, which is fucking god awful. Doing
Look at
satellite
his-
internet.
Look at his internet right now.
Yeah, it's pretty garbage.
He might as well have satellite internet.
Might be better for him. Who knows?
Dog shit.
The Dakotas are
Half
myths.
of the Jasper.
Well, I mean, if the the girl I was plowing is a myth, then I mean, it was a good
Wow.
myth.
Jesus Christ.
Not ready to play.
That's
Just
these
fuck with the
streams.
combo.
You don't hold back. I told Chad earlier.
I know. I just got to give y'all shit sometime.
But no, they take. I mean, shit, they take that. They take that football seriously up there. You see some Viking shit up there, and then of course a lot of it was like NDSU. They had Carson Wentz, right? So coming out of there, just
Who?
burning the. Wait, it was Carson Wentz. He was the quarterback for NDSU, and then he went and had a kind of a lackluster NFL career after that.
That sounds like a lot of the guys in the NFL anymore.
Well, he ended up winning like 5 national championships in a row when he was on the team. So yeah, injury prone. He's still playing. Yeah. Oh God, wait, who is he playing for? What he's is the Cardinals? Shit. I haven't been paying that much attention this season. I mean, to the point when, Washington, that's right, the Commanders, the Redskins, they're still the Redskins, fuck that.
The Commanders. I forgot they changed their name.
Yeah, and so did Cleveland. Cleveland changed their name too. I haven't been paying that much attention. No New Hampshire, New Hampshire has no state sales tax. Yeah, and that's the thing. He actually, being in Washington, he's paid a lot more for his WWE champion addiction.
I miss not having sales tax when we lived in Guam. That was so nice.
Oh, gee, why were you out there?
My husband was in the Navy and was stationed there for 3 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's typical.
It's nice. It's not, it's not as bad as I had envisioned it when we were getting ready to move.
Were you living off base or were you living on base?
On base housing. In base housing. Oh no, we could not afford rent in Guam. Hell no, not even in the 90s. That would.
Well, at least it wasn't. Well, actually, Diego Garcia used to be one of those places where if you fucked up, they sent you out there. But actually, from what I understand, because of changes in focus and strategic readiness, Diego Garcia, they actually revamped it, and it's actually not terrible.
The last I know of Diego Garcia is so small they don't allow dependents on the island. It's all active duty personnel.
Okay. Yeah, it was one of those, if you fucked up, you went to Diego Garcia. It's like you didn't have air conditioning, or you might have a swamp cooler if you were a high enough rank officer, and it was a career ender. Look, it was a career ender out there if you got sent out there.
Diego Garcia is where you got sent to while waiting for a court martial or some shit.
Yeah, or they're just waiting for you to resign, or waiting for you to get your miss your second promotion, and then it's either up or out, and they're just waiting for you to get your out at that point. So yeah.
What do you guys think? In chat too, what do you guys think? What is the reason why Phil moved to Washington? Like, he said he was going to go there for surgery, right? That was his thing, the back surgery shit.
I never heard that.
Happened. That was the thing, right? Because Leanna, his place was too small, and Phil needed the surgery, so the plan was to go to Washington. But then the Seattle.
I think it's because it wasn't as hot. He heard the myths about it. Well, I mean, it used to be that it was very cool. It's gotten warmer in more recent years, and he didn't want any place where it was too hot. He didn't want any place where it snowed because he didn't want to have to deal with shoveling the walk. And he also heard there was no income tax out there, and so he thought he'd be able to keep all of his money.
His tax lawyer lied to him about that.
Well, that's what he said. I think that he didn't even bother asking. He just looked it up online and just thought, oh wow, they don't have income tax. And it's different. You have to pay business taxes if you're operating as a business. So, but in Washington, it's really small. It's a tiny business tax compared to other states. It's sub 1%. on your gross receipts.
See, that's why
So
I can't figure out how he raked up so much in business sales tax, right?
Meaning, you will
Is he
not
a
see
dumb
slow
fuck?
down.
He wasn't
That's
paying.
all?
I think he lied about the amount that he owed, and he also didn't pay for, what was it, 2 or 3 years. And he said that he sort of let it slip, like, oh, and they're calculating it, it could be up to $10,000, and it was less than $10,000.
You think
That
it was
isn't-
See, 'cause
It was
I think-
less than 10.
I think the tax debt stems even from Connecticut still. I think when he started on YouTube, he didn't think he was going to make it as big. He made it big, and he just never bothered to pay tax.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I
he said
think-
that he was sending it to his tax guy in Connecticut and was helping him pay his Connecticut
But that was a
taxes.
family friend, supposedly, right? That was
Yeah.
a family friend of his
Right.
dad's.
There could have been some lingering Connecticut debt, yeah, but I think that most of it was him just, saying, I don't have to pay taxes out here except for federal. And was it 15.6%? I believe it
Oh
is.
my god.
Is your federal taxes, and he just thought that's it. I don't have to pay anything to the state, and turns out nope, that's not true. You operating a business, even though you're not selling anything, you're offering a service, and so you fall under the services.
I think- Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
Go ahead.
0.0125% of your gross receipts.
I think that the tax thing was the last deciding factor, but I don't think it's the only reason he left Connecticut the way
No.
he did.
No, it was to get away. It was to lock in Canada. It was to get away from his parents. It was to a place where he, wouldn't
hide
have
from
to.
his friends.
It was the way to hide. He saw no tax. Well, they're taking my money. That's my money, and the money is mine. And he didn't want to have to give it up. And
Shit! Did you see his reaction to? Oh my God! They're going to take 2% of my
Yeah.
money.
This
Doesn't
afternoon,
PayPal take more than that per transaction?
he was looking. Yeah, they would do the transactional fee, and then there would have been the instant transfer fee that he does every single night, and then they would take 2% of his money on top of that.
And we don't know what
that
he was looking at.
That was
right?
so offensive. Oh my God! It would be like saying that he would have to give up his wife for some underwear time in order to use the service. So no, that's his thing. It's all about greed. It's all about maximizing. It's maximizing profits in the most retarded way. It's like using unskilled labor in order to create things. And it's sort of like, nope, you did it wrong. You have to start over again, waste material, waste time, waste money on it. But, you're paying them like so little in a day. It's like, yeah, but you're not getting the job done, and it's done really shitty. And you're also taking on liability if something goes wrong, right?
Yeah.
So he's just looking at the front end.
let's
of it.
look at that.
So-
Let's look at what happened today. Like that one guy stated that, like right as the pre-stream was starting, that one guy commented Phil about, "Oh, you're just angry because of the money," and then Phil freaked out on him and blah blah blah. It's not about the money. And then as soon as Stream Elements yeeted him, he ended the gaming stream, went into hard beg mode, then started looking on his computer for a new fucking way to monetize his stream to get his tips, and then immediately started complaining about 2%.
Mhm.
So it's only about the money. That's all that matters to Phil.
Mhm.
Right? It's not about the quality of the stream. It's not about his community, the viewers, the fans, the members, the subs, or whatever. It's just about that
Got
bottom
her.
line.
Yeah.
How much money can I
Tonight.
milk out of these fuckers?
Yeah.
All right.
And it's just like, for
Nice
2%, Phil,
on.
2%, you blow away 5% when you immediately transfer your money off of PayPal, which equals something like $4,000 to $5,000 a year that
Alright.
he loses.
I know beating him like
Yep.
that's enough.
It's like
Right?
I like
20.
being the guy
It's
that-
like what?
They'll do some
10
damage.
cents on the dollar up to like $1,000 on a personal.
All right,
I
guys,
don't
thank
know
you for
the
all of your support
business
tonight.
account
Remember, please,
fees,
like
if
the
there's
stream,
any.
helps for engagement.
I think
But
the
yeah,
business
it-
one is
Enjoy.
5%.
If you get 100 likes on tonight's stream, it would help for engagement. And
Whatever you
That
transfer,
still
if
adds
you get paid
up.
5%, it adds up exactly. And he's doing it 6 days a
if we
week.
get some more, that'd be great.
Right?
And everyone who contributed anyway. Our top tipper
Oh
of the
my
night,
god, I'm watching him
remains
play.
Phil
This
Daddy
is
from
so
earlier.
bad.
He has just been
So,
constantly,
$59 tip.
for the last like 15
I'm-
minutes, he's been complaining about netcode. Straight,
Looks
nonstop.
like it's another different player. Looks like. So Mateo, the god that is super chat.
And he's getting his matches,
I
like,
hope I
crazy
play
good.
better than that.
No one's-
I hope
no
I
one's
play better
amongst the
than
worst.
that.
And Phil takes first to
I hope I
suggesting sumo
didn't.
deadlifts, feet roll
I'm
back
like
neck.
watching him like, oh
Sumo
my
deadlifts
god, I
help the
played
sumo
like
deadlift.
that. Ew.
But remember, he's out of his element right now, right? He's not playing Street Fighter. He's playing fucking. Oh, is he going to
Darkstarters.
Sasquatch? Is he going to Sasquatch?
Yep.
Sauce Squatch. Remember, you got to say it right. Sauce Squatch. Not Sasquatch.
Who's-
Sasquatch.
Is that how he says it?
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh, is that-
Sasquatch.
Okay.
How he
That's-
mispronounces fucking everything.
Well,
This is
maybe
funny.
you are mispronouncing it. I mean, you do think that Tim Hortons is tasty.
What?
Tim Hortons, man, their sausage bagels are
It
good.
hits. Oh my god, it hit.
I want to try their Timbits.
The
That's
Timbits,
what the.
I can't do that anymore. I can't. I'm too old. I just can't.
You
That's
never
just-
get too old for donuts.
Yeah.
What
but
was
then
it
when
called
you're
again?
Paying for it.
What was it called again when you would get like a dozen donuts and their largest coffee, or it was like a double something?
Oh, Oh
What?
God, I don't know.
I don't know.
Come on.
There was like something
I want that. I want to come in through, but I was supposed to-
like if you got like a certain number of donuts and a large coffee, there was like a name for it, a double or something like that.
Well, double is just a coffee with 2 cream, 2 sugar.
take 12.
Oh, okay.
Take
Right.
12. I think. Oh no, wait. Yeah, take 12.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
I
Heather's right. Yeah.
Take
I
12.
looked it
Okay.
up.
God. He did the,
Guess
the
I
charge
looked it
move
up.
And it got stuck.
That's not, maybe I should DoorDash for
SD
some
Charger
fucking
did
Tim
super
Hortons
tasty. I
tomorrow
wanna
for
play
the
Old School
marathon.
Dead Space, but I'm too scared. Do you have any tips for it?
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
Do
trying
they
to think
have
of something
real
to do.
food there too?
Oh, yeah, they have real
Or is
food.
it?
They get sandwiches
Okay.
and shit as well. So.
So it's like Denny's, kind of, I guess.
No, nothing
You
like
guys are
Denny's.
good.
though.
I'm only gonna play him a couple matches.
Denny's has way better food than fucking Tim Hortons.
Mm,
Tim Hortons
you
is
know,
like your Dunkin' Donuts. That's
I haven't been to a Denny's in so long.
God, I've avoided Denny's like the fucking plague.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
Denny's
No,
is.
I'll be Jay. You know, I'll be
Man,
chilling.
being up, hitting the Denny's from like midnight to 6 a.m. Have coffee and French fries and.
I just couldn't do it. I mean, it's been horrible for as long as I can remember. Even IHOP went downhill. Fuck. Well, even shit. Ruth's Chris, the steakhouse, has
I've
gotten
never
to be-
been.
has gotten to be gross comparatively for what you're paying. Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, we
You
have.
just-
Not.
We got Ruth Chris here. We've got also the Keg, and they franchised out like crazy.
Mhm.
And now we have one
I think
called
I've
Lux,
heard of that.
which is massively expensive. Like you have to
Not-
you pick your cut, right, for your steak. It's steakhouse. You pick your cut, and then you have to pay
Oh, right in the nuts.
for each of your sides. So if you want a baked potato, you got to pay like $12 for that. If you want
Mhm.
vegetables, you got to pay $7 for that.
Yeah, you got to do that at Ruth's Chris and a lot of steakhouse. You pay for the sides.
Yeah.
Yes,
Individual. One of the great places out there is actually if you're doing like Brazilian barbecue. They just come around the table and they have like
Fuego.
yeah, just getting whatever you want. It's like they'll have the various meats and you can request it and they'll cut off as much as you want and just plop it on your freaking plate and you just go and get whatever side you want. It's all
Oh yeah, we
all-inclusive.
have got Pampas and
How would
Bolero
I have known that, Mateo?
here,
The god
like
of
that,
wow.
and they are fucking insane.
Syrup, huh?
No waffle houses out here in California. Not a single one. We're not redneck enough.
Yeah, I limit the search to just Street Fighter.
I
So,
have one
and-
chicken
within
and
walking distance.
We got Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, but I haven't been to one. I understand that the satellite locations aren't as good as the one in Compton.
Hmm.
So,
Son of a bitch.
they've been
Get your booty
expanding
out of
Randy's Donuts, the ones that you usually see in movies about LA. And the family's been expanding Randy's Donuts. The ones that usually see in movies about LA. And the family's been I guess they've actually opened foreign locations before they started opening up other locations here in the U.S. And I think they have some in like Singapore, and I think they even have a location. They have some locations in Asia and maybe even Australia. But they started opening up more and more here in the U.S. Randy's Donuts. So they're not bad. But yeah, no, the Waffle House, they may try to expand just from, but so many people are leaving the state. Like, oh, well, we have people who are from the South or, from the Midwest who would know Waffle House, and we have some, they might enjoy it out here. People who've traveled around, and it's like, I don't know. It's all I know is that people just say Waffle House is fucking trash from everything that I've heard. They'll still go there. They'll still go there, but it's, garbage.
You know what I find amusing on the subject of Waffle Houses? There is a coalition between how many Waffle Houses close in the state of Florida and the severity of a hurricane that's inbound.
Yeah, the Waffle House Index. Yeah,
Ian caused 21 Waffle Houses to close in Florida this week.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, most of them are on the Gulf Coast. Up in like Fort Myers, Clearwater, along like Palm Harbor.
Damn.
Along that area, they just ended up closing down. So, and then it started cutting across the state and up the other side. So
yeah.
So it's like, I'm surprised that it just missed that area. Wait, did it end up getting into Tampa? I think it ended up flooding Tampa somewhat. But I know that Fort Myers really got hit hard.
Fort Myers had I think it was Fort Myers that had a reef shark swimming down the street.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. I mean, not awesome because people's property and shit were, was damaged, but just the idea of a shark. It makes me think we had I live in Tennessee, and the Cumberland flooded a while ago, and there was the aquarium restaurant, that big chain of kitschy theme restaurants, and they had a shark in the aquarium. Well, when the river flooded, the aquarium flooded, and all of a sudden this shark is tooling around Opry Mills, the mall, and the rescue, like the first responders who were there checking out the damage and stuff, said it was the most surreal thing watching this shark. It wasn't an aggressive shark, but watching this shark swimming around like. Oh, is he angry? Oh man.
Did he go? Wait, is he angry, or did he go and is he transferring the money to go on a WWE Champions break?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to him.
He's up at 136 out of 150 right now.
He might be transferring it really quick.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He really needs to.
He's only mad at the net code. I know, it's whatever. Like I've said, is that he thinks that when he plays, any sort of fighting game, he's like Neo at the end of the Matrix fighting Agent Smith and just not even paying attention while he's blocking everything. That's the way he should be. Right? It's like everything is trivial to him because he's a master at Street Fighter, and it's inconceivable that the only way that anybody could actually defeat him, being at one point the top North American player, is if they're using lag switches, and it's the game fucking them over with laggy connections, and they're cheating and using cheesy bullshit tactics.
Yeah.
There's no other way that it's explainable. Period.
Not affected anything, just like I knew. There's no new players.
It's ridiculous.
No, I don't like that.
Heavily modded Cyberpunk. I was looking to see what mods they had on there and getting back into that. I've just been playing a lot of older bullshit games. No, not necessarily bullshit games. I mean, been messing around with Crusader Kings 2 again, Crusader Kings 3. Old Cossacks games from back in the past. I was playing Divinity 2, so a little bit of that. So
like trying to goad his audience
awesome.
right now.
We can do
Get
that,
him, give him
okay?
the vest.
All right, thank you in advance. Again, thank you
Oh.
to everyone who
And he's
supported
complaining
the show. I
about the
really
player
appreciate
base
it.
still that the
All the
update didn't do
nonsense
anything,
with
but he's
trolling and shit
had
going on, it
he's had
definitely
match
is
after match after
obviously
match
a
all
good
night.
thing, a
So
positive thing,
Mm.
to see so many people supporting the stream tonight.
How is he? How bad is he losing? Is he getting bodied a lot?
it's mainly just massive lag complaints.
Oh.
Massive lag
The rules says
complaints.
Benjamin has a 360 throw. Is it with punch or kick?
But he's
Look,
been
we're
using
so-
pretty good too, so
If that's the case.
Look, we're so close to the vest. We're so close to the vest. Let's get. This will be. It's like that one speech you did. We need something that'd be really positive, something really great, you know. But I don't know what that would be.
Okay.
You know, with losing all these
All right. So once again, I'm
gifted
playing Ultimate,
subs,
only
you know,
this
we just
time
need
we're
something
playing
great
Hit-Man Puzzle Fighter.
on stream.
Oh.
You know,
General
that's.
Fight here, mini
You
mix.
know,
No, you forgot to mention the lost subs were because of the trolls.
Thank you, Rugal.
well, no, that was even before. That was before.
Oh.
He was trying to goad people into doing sub bombs, and he was just saying we need something really great, really positive on stream. Don't know what that would be. So just doing his little, just squeezing the piggy grease out of his pores and just slathering it all over.
Oh, God.
Boom.
He doesn't wash his hands after he jerks off. Fuck this guy.
Oh, God.
yeah,
Yeah.
look at that, like 100%. Like on the guy day, he
Mhm.
jerked it off. Camera's still on, huh? And then he went right into the fucking stream.
Yeah, I was into
Yeah,
a
I know,
napkin.
I
I don't
know,
remember
I
what I was
know.
at. I don't remember what I was doing. It was either something gay or it was something like MILF or Granny or something like that. Who knows? Or it could have been a guy getting pegged and shit like that. You know.
He doesn't need the money. He needs to fucking, I don't know what he needs.
No amount of money will be enough for this little pig fucker.
Yeah.
That's it. No amount of money will be enough.
Yeah.
You can give him $50,000 and
I don't care. Yeah,
if it was
yeah.
if it was secret, he would still beg, and it would be gone. I would give him if it was 50 grand,
Oh.
generously 3 months, but I could see him blowing through it in a month to a month and a half. I think that he'd probably want to save some of it for events as they came up, so that he can just go really hard on them. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that he would probably 3 months maximum. If you just gave him a lump sum of $50,000, he wouldn't want it to be public because then people would not tip a single. Oh, feels good. Feels good for a little while. It's like no, you gave me all that money, so it's most important for me to get more money now that you've given me all this money. Yeah, 2 months. I would say at the most, just being the most generous would be 3, but I would say two. Blowing through it in a month, it's foreseeable, but I'd like to give him just maybe a little bit more. Because what is he gonna? I mean, unless he goes out and he buys a car, and which. You know, I could see him doing that, putting a big down payment on a car, just believing the guy at the car lot again. He knows that he wouldn't trust himself with a large sum of money. Yeah.
Hey, Joel, welcome to the stream.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, it's not necessarily that he doesn't trust himself because he thinks he thinks that he's so smart. It's just that he thinks that like a lot of the stuff is just going to disappear in bills, quote unquote. Or it's going to rot if he doesn't spend it. Honeymoon. There's never going to be a honeymoon. There's never going to be a fucking honeymoon.
Yeah, not a fucking
That
chance.
was an excuse.
Like, look at
No, it's
last week, Snow Carl offered to buy him tickets to the zoo.
See you tomorrow.
Then he came up with a brand new fucking excuse of why he can't go to the zoo.
The trolls don't fucking care.
well, his thing was that if he missed an extra day, even one extra day,
Yoink.
his fans will say, "Oh, they'll come in and say, oh, Phil's not consistent," and they would, dock him for that, and he would lose money for one extra day, which is either he knows that the pignosis has to be applied liberally and frequently, or he thinks that he just says that you're that stupid that even though I've been maybe talking about it, like, oh, I'm going to take an extra day so I can finally go to the zoo. That he thinks that they'll be, oh, Phil's inconsistent. I don't care if he's been here 6 days a week for all these years, and I need this, and so that I don't put a bullet in my mouth. I need Phil. I need Phil to help me because now I'm going to go kill myself now. Phil's not consistent. All that bullshit. You know, he's just putting that out there. You know, so I can't take that extra day off. And then, you know, trolls will swat the zoo.
No
Personally,
lie.
I believe
If I lived in Seattle and I found out Phil was going to the zoo, I'd probably show up at the zoo.
Oh my
Just to
god,
see?
he's wearing the Nazi hat. Oh.
the thing. Well, wasn't he just talking? He was talking to someone not too long ago, and you could hear a female voice a little more strongly, couldn't you?
That was Kat.
Yeah, that was
I know it was
Kat.
Kat, but
when
it
she
wasn't.
almost burnt the house down.
Yeah, it was when that. I think you could hear her more clearly on that when it.
Very close,
Yeah,
man.
when it came to the vacuum.
Okay.
It wasn't like the one when the food delivery came and you could faintly hear a voice. It was something that was a little more strong.
Yeah.
Kat doesn't have anywhere to go.
All right, enough of that.
That's the thing. In the event of a divorce,
Enough of
she
this
would
stuff.
get some money from Phil. Okay, but Washington is, it's, unlike California, Washington is a
Jay, I
state
don't care
that
about anything going on. I will always help you.
disfavors
Jay.
long-term spousal support.
Again, people talk about
They
shit. I
haven't
don't
been
care
married
about
that
money
long.
shit all night. I
She
don't.
wouldn't get very
I don't care
much.
about
It
this shit.
probably,
Yeah,
I
what,
think I
like
explained
a
it.
year and a half or something.
Bullshit. It's
She'd
just
probably
bullshit.
get,
By talking
well,
about
they'd
it,
have to
you
look at how,
didn't stop it, right?
they would
Stop
look at
talking
various
about it.
factors. It's really up to the judge's discretion. They do have some guidelines, but there's nothing, it's court custom
Yeah.
up there. And there's no statute or court rule that would determine it. There's like this 3 or 4 year formula. For every 3 or 4 years you're married, you get 1 year of spousal support. Okay.
Was Chestnut before or after? I don't remember.
But they
Chestnut
could
did the same
technically,
years potion, but I don't
depending
remember
on what was
Chestnut
going
after.
on during the marriage and, you know, the relative standing of the parties,
Cookie was, I know Potion was before
you know,
Cookie was
on
before
their
Potion. I know that.
earning capabilities and, you know, what they were earning during the marriage, what the expectations were during the marriage, if they're, say, children to take care of, you know, that you can end up having spousal support that lasts a bit longer. But they're not going to give it for too long, and they're going to expect the lower earning spouse to become
Yeah.
Did I get
more
another chip?
independent
I might have
quickly.
another chip,
A lot of states
but
are like that.
if that's
All
the
right.
case, I don't know why I didn't get an email about it.
And so I would say she'd
I might have
probably
gotten another
get
chip. I'll have to check on this.
maybe about 2 years worth of spousal
Why
support,
would I have not gotten it?
but she would end
I
up
gotta fail or
getting,
something.
she would be very likely to get a good chunk of the increased value of the condo or the townhouse from the time they got married to now. And so they would typically, what they would do is they would split that in half, the increase in value between the 2 time periods, and 1/2 of that increase would be Phil's and the other half could be hers. All right. And so there's always that.
Yeah, it seemed another tip came
Imagine
through, but
Phil
it
having
never
to pay
did. What I was
spousal
trying to do is I was
support.
trying to leave my,
Oh,
He
God,
would-
open here on
yeah.
my laptop monitor, but I
Yeah,
don't
it
know
would
if you
probably
can
be,
keep it on my phone, which makes no sense at
he's
all.
making above $100,000 a year. She has the ability to work, and so they could do the calculation to where they're expecting, saying, you know, we expect you to find work here and to become self-sufficient. But if he's paying spousal support, he'd use it saying, well, the courts are stealing my money for no reason, and probably portray it in a way like that of him being victimized. Yeah, he'd be bitter as hell about paying any type of support. It wouldn't be that, you know, just from what I've read up on Washington law, it wouldn't be that long, but for him it would be like a fucking
Damn, I can
eternity.
stab it, huh?
Or
Just
he might
imagine-
even end up saying that, oh, I got to pay her all this money for the, you know, forever because blah blah blah. Because back in Connecticut, places back east, they have they use common law, divorce law, and that's where, you know, you could end up having assets be distributed unequally in order to make things fair, and you can end up paying a lot of money in spousal support for a long time, and a lot of those eastern seaboard states,
That's what I wanted.
especially in New England. Strangely enough, New York, I thought New York would have been it's not one of those, you know, rake you over the coals. Spousal support states, they sort of are all like, we expect you to, earn your own way.
Yeah.
But what you really see just portrayed in media is when you have a very high income earning husband and a wife who stayed home and gave up a career and made nothing, right, while raising the kids. And so while he's off at some high-end law firm or finance firm making potentially, millions of dollars a year, she makes absolutely nothing. And then after 20 years of marriage or 15 years, you get a divorce, and it's,
What? Oh,
I got nothing, I got no schooling, or my schooling is old, and now I'm expected to join a workforce with people who are 15, 20 years younger than I am. And so that's when you get raked over the coals.
Seriously. It's just stopping everything.
Imagine him begging though on stream to help him pay.
Oh,
for
yeah.
his
Yeah,
spousal support.
yeah. It would probably be a few $100s a month, more than likely.
I don't know about this matchup.
Yeah.
Ruel
Yeah.
told me that.
It's like not only begging for
Bishop
tips,
Indazone this
but
matchup.
begging
I
for
don't know if I
spousal
believe
support.
that, quite frankly.
Yeah, to pick
That's
that-
what
to pick
I
that.
was thinking. That's definitely what. Hey guys, my spousal support's due, and I need you to step up, because if not, I'm going to be taken to court and go to jail and blah blah blah.
That would be the most likely reason why he would end up
But
potentially going to jail, would be contempt of court for not paying spousal support.
Would it be my wife, is trying to steal all my money?
Yeah, basically, something like that. Oh, actually, here, I just got to step away here. Just a sec.
Yeah. Watch Phil get bodied.
Who's he playing now? Oh,
can't block.
He's still on Darkstalkers.
I never liked Darkstalkers. I got
Can't
to be
block.
honest.
3 in a row.
Well, it wasn't very popular here in North America, right? At the time, we had like Mortal Kombat
Dude,
1, you had
like,
Street
my moves
Fighter,
just- I can't do anything on reaction to anything.
Mortal
I
Kombat 2, I think, was out as well.
Ooh. Yeah.
So that never really sunk in.
I was 360 plus punch. I got nothing. She throws me instead.
That's true. Yeah, we had Samurai Showdown. I remember that. I remember playing that on the 3DO.
Oh, on the Neo Geo. Yeah, I remember.
Whoa, move doesn't come out. Dropped it entirely.
Oh,
You could even-
All
sorry.
the
Just
games
on the
that
joystick,
Phil
just
won't
go
play
move the
because
joystick,
they're
push
not
it
Street
every day.
Fighter, even though they're cool.
Yep.
Oh shit.
I love it. Just drop the input, drop the input, drop the input. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, dropped inputs. Not good. Not good, Phil.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, he's-
him.
He's just raging over it. Dropped inputs, dropped connections, the lag, netcode. It's the same shit, different pile, right? Every
Right.
single
It was a
fucking
tip.
time. With
There was a tip here from someone, and I apologize because I didn't see it. For some reason, I didn't get an email about it. I checked my spam, and it's not there either.
Didn't
I
get
don't
an
know. I don't know
email.
what happened that I didn't get an
Oh
email
my
about
God.
this one. That's weird. But I will shout it out when I get a chance. I guess
So
I have to
he's
monitor
using-
multiple fucking places for tips. Stupid.
He's using his email to monitor for his tips. Like, he can still
Well, I
use...
actually like this bishop in color, but I don't know how I did it. I think it might have been like
He can technically still use his stream elements
This
for
looks more like a ghost than the other colors.
tips incoming. It just won't show up. They can't tip stream elements.
Oh my god.
So again, like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But again, it's Phil, so who fucking knows?
Can't block. No jump punch. It's dropping the input. Look, you can hear me pressing it. It never comes out. It's just like, nah, he never pressed
I
it.
didn't
It's
have
like you
any
get the click
problems
of the
on
joystick
Fight
as I
Cade, by
press
the
it.
way.
Neither
I
did
noticed
I.
one
Rollback netcode's the
one
best.
spot of lag
Rollback netcode
that
drops my
actually
fucking
saved my ass because
50%
I
of the
was
time.
able to defend from a super, so hey. That's the only reason I blocked that one. I lagged for like maybe half a second. It's like, oh.
That's all I saw, right? And again, like, you're on the other side of the United States, right?
Yeah,
I'm on
in
west coast
I'm
of
in,
Canada.
Yeah, and I'm in central US.
Yeah, so like our distance is pretty far.
Nope, not a
Then
problem.
there's Phil. Shit.
You
I don't know.
can't.
Train, I don't know if he's still gonna read. I'm pretty certain I'm blocked on Phil's end. Like 100% I think I'm blocked.
I am the ultra lagger. I have my lag switch right
Yep.
here.
She
It's
had
because
no
everybody
damage,
uses
you're no
everybody
help
uses
block it.
light switch.
Nice.
Everybody.
Right?
Thoughts on
Yeah,
the
like
police
I have
colors?
80
Ooh.
bucks to spare
It's
for.
just
If I
a
asked my
I like
husband
that.
for 80
I like- this is
bucks
my
for a
favorite
lag
visual color,
switch,
but
I
mine
would
might
be
have been
seen
white.
this side of a divorce
I think so.
paper
Alright,
in
so
a
we
heartbeat.
can
He'd be like, mm.
So I got a big kid. I apologize. This person.
You want to know how to lag yourself out?
Phil's
Like
left
really easily if you want to
peekaboo
actually
ICU, and it was a
consider a
$60
lag
I mean-
switch. You don't have to
yeah,
spend 80
$60.
bucks.
So
You want to know how
I'm
much it'll
serious.
cost?
Didn't get any
You
email
would be
about it. I'm sitting
free.
here staring at
All
my
you have to
email
do is
right
throw
now.
2 4K
Okay.
videos up on
And
YouTube
I didn't
and
get
then
that.
fucking start
But
playing.
then I look at my phone.
There's your lag switch.
I don't.
This is
I don't
IKEA.
even think I can watch videos in
I don't
4K
understand
to
that
be
at all.
honest.
So
I
like
don't
it's
know what-
not.
And it's claiming.
You can kill your internet connection pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh,
why.
especially here, we have Comcast, or not Comcast, we have Charter.
Anyway, I got it.
Well,
So
Spectrum.
thank you. That's a $60 tip.
Isn't that like
I
through
give it to
AT&T?
$196,
No, I don't think so.
and that
Thought it-
means we have
thought it was-
officially qualified for a vest or hat.
Through
Excuse me,
AT&T
vest
Charter.
or, jersey.
Could be wrong. I don't know who that's through.
Which vest is Friday Night Fights best? Would it be? Let's see here. Excuse me.
Hold on, let me see. No, it's Charter Communications.
Let's do ones we haven't done in a long time. Camo, gray, or we can do the
Or wait, here.
white and black jersey, or we can do.
Yeah, it's a different.
Gold. We haven't done any of those in a
According
long
to
time.
this, they're a separate
There you go.
entity from Spectrum.
And by the way, what email was this sent to? Just so I can see. I'm archiving this. Okay, I'm gonna archive this shit.
I honestly was surprised they didn't have problems, because our internet is so
Alright.
shitty.
So thank you. Obviously, I don't know Phil's left cheek. I don't know what happened there. I don't
Phil's
know why I
left
didn't get an
cheek?
email,
What?
At my standard email address.
Huh?
I don't. I have no. I really have no clue. I've never had that. I've always did it just through Stream
I don't know.
before.
This guy just
So
tipped
being that
Phil
this is a
or
different
whatever his
process,
name's
I don't know
Phil's
what's causing
left
the
cheek.
process to be weird, but thank you very
I
much.
wish
for the tip.
people would stop with that.
I appreciate that very much. Okay.
There are better ways to troll him than give him money. You want attention,
Oh,
just
here we go.
make a Twitter account and
There you go,
at
Freedom Off
him
Marathon
all the
sounds good.
time.
I already played this guy. I'm gonna see
I
if
don't
can
want to
play
create a
Until we-
Twitter account. There's no
other people who
fucking
haven't
way
played
that I'm
yet
gonna
and
create a
find
Twitter.
anyone new.
I have my main
Fine.
Twitter account because it's what I
I've actually been
where I
steady.
drop my
For the most
my
part, except for, like, a
Twitch
5
link when
minute
I go
time
live, and I have
going.
friends on
For the
it.
most
And
part, they've been
it's,
steady,
it'd
but
be
they've been
fun.
almost all
And then I
Vampire
made
Savior.
one
There's 2 Gem Fighter and
to
one
fuck with
2
Phil.
Gem Fighter 2? No,
And then he
only one
blocked
Gem Fighter
me,
2
and
is
then
that
I'm like
alpha,
sitting
that
here
was it.
going, well,
So,
that was
doesn't
kind
mean
of
you
the
get
end
more variety. I don't
game.
wanna just play
Now
Gem
what?
Fighter thing.
It was
And
like,
look,
well,
it's like
okay, I
73
win.
people. Again, it's like there's 73 people in the
What do
league.
I do now?
Well, like when I
So white and black
my
jerseys
last
are
sock
winning.
account, he banned really fucking fast, and I didn't even like. I created the
all
sock
right, I don't
account
think I played this guy yet. 0
probably a
15.
week before the last
War
marathon,
Vampire Savior,
and then
War.
when I went to use it,
Vampire
it kept
Savior
telling me that I
Marathon
had to be
tonight,
subscribed for
right?
24 hours, but I was subscribed for a week,
Oregon.
and then I'm pretty
I'll go with
sure
all
he
that.
yeeted it like within the second it was created. So I have no idea how he figured it out, unless somebody told him.
I hope you don't mind me doing a little self promo in your chat real fast.
Can do that. Right.
Maybe somebody said bot. Who knows?
Oh,
Oh, well, at least I got the extra hit. How did he hit me?
Shitty Chromie Cat quest line. God, I hate it.
oh, I never finished that. that it was fun like the first 2 times, but then it's like I'm like, girl, you know you're gonna die. Just do something about it. Fuck's sake. You're talking about that one, right?
Yeah, you gotta save him like 7 times or whatever,
And build up skills and yeah.
and now you're overpowered.
That was
So it's
obnoxious.
easy, but it's boring as fuck.
Come on.
Why are you doing it then?
So I haven't done it. I'm just bored. I just want
Are
to get some stuff
are
done.
you so desperate for shit to do that you're
Yes.
So
I
I
can
got
go do
into
my raids, but
yeah,
don't wanna do that
I
tonight.
kind of gave up on that. I've been doing some low-key
Those
mount
obnoxious,
chasing
what are
and
they called? Dark Force
Yeah.
or whatever?
kind
It's
of
the
bored of
full
that.
infinite combo. But it only does like 40% damage, and then you can get it back anyway if you block. So it's not a big deal.
I just like to do the
Trying to-
faded stuff and just get
What
better
actually is
gear
my
if
best
I
character
can.
in Darkstalkers? Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Still, I
Get
I-
ready for
I've
Dragon
been-
Blade because it was announced, November 28th.
28th, yeah.
How long did it take me to get
Yep,
good
so I
at Darkstalkers?
pre-ordered
I
mine,
just played it casually with
this
other people
afternoon.
in arcades back in the day. It wasn't like I was actively trying to get good
I
at
signed up
anything.
for
I
that.
still don't think I'm good. I don't even know the top tier strategies.
Do we know yet if Phil's actually going to buy Modern Warfare 2? Like, has it been confirmed that he's going to do it?
I don't think he's going to buy it. He's going to be given it. Or no, isn't it on Play Pass? Or Game Pass or whatever
no,
it is?
It's a battle. It's Blizzard Activision. It won't be on game.
Right.
I'm
Call of
grape
Duty.
flavored all bad.
Yeah. I was thinking
He
of
did
the
say
other
he's
one.
buying it. He is buying it.
Which means he's got somebody suckered into paying for it for him.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
But I got to make my decision if I want to buy it now because I want to hunt Phil down. Like I know Shinko was trying to hunt Phil down in Halo.
I want to hunt him
Oh,
down
yeah.
in Overwatch too. Crossplay, baby.
Yeah, but the only problem with Overwatch 2 is you have to provide your phone number.
That's
And-
fine.
Yeah,
I already have.
Yeah, and they record your voice comms.
That's crazy good.
I don't use voice, so
You
that's
have
fine
to if
too.
you want to play in competitive rank play.
I don't. I gave up on rank years ago.
Yeah,
I
but
guess so.
you know Phil. Phil's going to want to do it, right?
Oh, he's gonna have.
So
blast.
he's going to have comms on, and it's just going to be hilarity will ensue. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like that's going to be fucking nuts.
I tried the beta for it, and it had like a couple months ago. I think actually like latter part of June, early July. Oh my god, it had so many balance issues. I hope it's resolved by now.
Should I play this
I'm
guy
just
again?
I was
Like-
never like I've when it first came out, yeah,
Oh, wait,
I played it.
82 likes. Just
Overwatch
less than
1.
20 likes,
But
you can get a celebratory
I played it for
bubble
maybe
glow
like
on tonight's
2
stream.
days, and then that was it.
I ranked up to gold.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
god. I
Yeah.
actually ranked up to gold against this guy.
I
This guy is not rematched.
liked it because
say
it
no.
was a better version of
Give me a
TF2.
All right. It's gonna be the white and black jersey tonight. Let's
TF2
get
is
that.
a not so minor addiction of mine for about a year and a half. In that short amount of time, I put over 1,000 hours into TF2.
Hit that quickly.
I
I'm
tried
not
playing
proud
here
of that.
recently. I tried playing TF2 recently here.
All right.
It's not
And
worth it.
No, there's so many hackers in it, and they're not doing
Oh, that's
fuck
the,
all to fix it. I spawn, and then all of a sudden I get killed by a sniper, but I'm in a safe zone. How did I get killed by a sniper? Spawn again,
Yeah.
bang, killed by the same sniper, and it's just like, fuck is going on here? And then all of a sudden,
I
the guy's
spawn
like, just
and I die, and I spawn and I die, and I. Oh, sorry.
No, that
That was.
that literally is Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, they have a lot of people using wall hacks and shit.
Shit, Division 2 is the exact same thing, yeah.
Here you go. Enjoy.
I never played PvP in Division 2, and I only ever played the free play part of it. Same with
All right,
Destiny
excellent.
2,
Enjoy. Happy
and
Halloween.
the first Destiny for that matter.
All right.
I like Division 2. I like the story behind it. The graphics are pretty cool, but it's pretty much,
All right. Cool.
I don't know.
Melly says.
I just
now
want
white
to. I want a
jeans.
new
Okay.
first-person shooter to play.
Okay.
I couldn't get into Cyberpunk. Like, if Cyberpunk
Can I try Shinko?
never interested
I
me.
play BB-Hood. I do not know how to play with Shinko.
Yeah, I
never
want to
really
get
gave
it,
her a
but
shot.
I'm gonna wait
I
for
know
it
she
to
actually
go
has
on like
tricky
super
rushdown
sale.
strategies and mix-ups with her projectiles that she tosses.
So, like,
but
I'm really
I
looking
never
forward to
really
Modern
dedicated
Warfare
enough
2.
time
The only
to
thing
try
is,
her.
I love
I think it was for
zombies
BB-Hood.
in COD. Like, I've always loved the zombie
BB-Hood's
aspect.
pretty basic though. Well,
And
if you want.
they're not going to have it this time. So, That kind of irks me because it's like a staple
Yeah.
of the Call of Duty franchise, right?
Street Fighter 2.
Uh-huh.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, I know where you are.
Who to pick?
Oh, you're in
I'm just doing some dailies really quick.
Blanca against Bison.
Well, Phil gets
I let
bodied
my
in Street
time
Fighter.
lapse.
China.
I'm not even subbing right now. I have enough level 70s. I can make my evoker no problem when the time comes.
Nice.
I just
There's
gotta prep.
abs-
I just gotta check or prep for Dragonflight. That's all I gotta do.
Well, you raid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't raid.
Got him.
I was in a raid cat. Well, they had like a
Close one,
serious
close
raiding
match.
group,
He
and
actually
then
knew
there
what
was
to
the
do.
rest of us who just like would, hey, I'm bored. Who want to get 19 other people together and do a raid, or that was the group I was a part of. It was a real nice, casual, nothing. Even our serious raid group wasn't that serious.
Well, I did.
But yeah,
I rated hardcore, and I'm talking 7 days a week, 4 to 5 hours a night.
oh
And I will
How did
never, ever, ever go back to that. Ever.
yeah. I never done that because I'm
Oh,
fine
I
with
could have
games
hand,
to
but
a
you see what happened
point.
when you did the super, the
You
game
know,
froze,
like
and
once
then
I
it wouldn't let
hit
me do
end
item
game,
and dropped it.
I've usually had my fill because I've leveled up at least a couple
Very nice.
characters, and it's like, okay, I've seen all this before, and it's why I have like those 2 tunes sitting at level,
Oh,
no,
he can bully you.
3
He can
actually
bully you
sitting
unless you
at
have
level
good reversal. I
60
don't
something
have one.
because it's just like,
So you can bully him
fuck
in
it.
reverse. That was well played.
I can wait.
Well
we did,
played.
like, the guild that I was in, was in a guild called
Well-played
RAR,
match.
and we went for server and world
He got
firsts.
462 points for winning that one. Very nice.
But eventually the guild was run into the
I don't
ground
mind.
by
I don't care. I don't care
the
about my
guild
rankings
league.
at all.
Just,
Oh.
but he was a buddy of mine, and then when Classic came
you
out,
know what?
they asked me to
I'll
come
see.
back
I'll
and play
probably
against
still
him. I'm like, fine, and he did the exact same thing again. He ran it into the fucking ground.
Is that the one? Is that the guy I'm thinking of? The one who did all that bad stuff and made everybody pissed off at him and
Yep.
charging for raid carries or whatever that bullshit was?
Well, no, that wasn't him. This guy, basically what it is, because we ran a DKP system for our loot,
The slot.
and he just ended up
We have
abusing the
some point
DKP,
blank,
him and the
massive
officers of the
low,
guild.
medium kick, and it beats it.
Oh,
And then they would have a priority list as well, but this priority list basically had everything on it, so you never had a priority for anything.
yeah.
So it's like, but he was the main tank, but then a two-hander would drop, and he'd bitch about, oh no, I could use that. It's like,
You're
You're
a
a
tank,
tank. Why
motherfucker.
would you-
Shield in one-handed, duh.
yeah, you're a warrior
Even
tank.
I-
Why would you need a two-hander? I don't. And then we'd lose out on gear. Like one of the guys, the guy that runs the Wizard IRL
It just sucks,
Discord.
as you can see,
He was- him and I, we've known each other for
using their best characters.
how many years
I
now?
literally can't use like my mid-tier or low-tier characters
Since
anymore.
WoW
You notice
first
that,
came.
right?
We've known
Like, I just
for almost
can't.
20
Everyone's
years.
just trying to play at
We've known
peak
each
Wow.
other.
top level
And
constantly.
he
So
was
I
in that
can't
guild
get,
too.
like,
He got
mid-tier
screwed out
and
of
try to
some
win.
really
It's
good
always
gear
just
for himself.
dominated every moment I try to play.
I've been fortunate.
So
You know what
now
game-
I
I don't-
just buy my runs now. Is all I do.
I don't buy anything. If
Not
if
real
I'm
world
curious,
money, just gold. I'll farm gold and then buy runs. That's how I play it.
Huh? I walked up to punish to throw. The game's
out of curiosity, have you ever played Star Wars Galaxies?
No.
Oh man, that was my very first MMO.
My first one was EverQuest,
Yep, can't do anything.
Ooh,
and I regret
Maybe
that. I regret EverQuest.
SOE
Wow.
really
He's supposed to punch
did
5
not
times.
know how
He punched
to.
3 times.
That's why I like playing the emulate. There are several
The Wiz
groups
Super,
of people
he's
who
supposed to
put out
punch 5
several
times. He punched
Galaxies
3 times, turned around,
emulators,
recovered, and punched
and
3.
the one I'm on
Yeah,
right now is
if I'm
really
winning
good.
matches, I basically
I've
have
got a
to
buddy that plays
TikTok
Eve
here against
online
This is
religiously,
how-
like just
everyone
fucking.
plays this online. No one fucks around. Here, I'm gonna try that.
And we-
Man, that Bison
No
is
one fucks
wrecking
around and
him.
plays, like, fun.
Yep.
Everyone's just super hard.
But like we have this Eve on. He plays Eve online, and I can never get into that. Yeah, Eve crack. Yeah, shit. And the way
I'll
he
never
talks
play.
about it, and it's just like, I don't understand anything you're saying. Like, he'll spend like literally like 2 weeks in a battle. Like
Is he
2
complaining about
real
that
world
yet?
weeks in a fucking battle. It's just like, why? Why would you do that to yourself?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
Stuff it
I
clean.
could just I don't even have to hear it. He's lagging or the guy's spamming the same move. Sorry. I'm just like
Oh, he is. He's complaining like crazy. He's been complaining all night. I still say he's going to be dropping. He's going to be dropping this. Just like he dropped fucking multiverses this afternoon.
That was so stupid. It's like you guys been wanting to me play a game like this, and now that I am, you guys aren't happy, and I don't understand why there's no support. It's what you wanted. Bark, act.
Like Brahmin, what was it? Last night he made $30 in multiverses. And people in his chat were talking about random stuff. They weren't talking about him, right? Like,
Not doing that.
the same old shit that he complains about.
I can't even just jump.
But they never asked for multiverses.
down
Like, when
fears.
he
I'm
was
trying,
hyping
and
up
it's skipping
multiverses,
the
they were
jump
asking
input
for
and giving
Smash
me
Brothers.
crouching fears.
And he refused to do Smash
So-
because, it's an old game and they're not going to support it anymore. So why should I play that when I can
again,
play
I'm trying not to pick a top tier, and I'm
multiverses? It's a
trying to
brand
pick
new
not a
game.
top tier. What makes it tryhard? A tryhard is
Yeah, but
someone who literally
that's not what your
only
customers
plays what
want,
they
Phil,
consider
right?
their best
What do you
character,
first learn in
play the
business?
shit out of
The
the
customer's
game,
always right.
Win by any means necessary. I'm not criticizing this guy. This is his character, and he's like, "Oh, I'm playing
So
Dark
fucking
Side, so I
just
get to beat a good player." or
play a
whatever." I
game they
don't
want you to
mind,
play.
But at the same time, like as you can see, I don't get to.
The
play
thing
the
he-
tier anymore.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Literally
Go ahead.
every person
I was gonna
just
say
picks
the
their
thing
top
he
tier
does
character
is
and
he
plays the
wants
shit
to
out of
play
it like
what
he's
he wants to
amounts of
play, but he
fucking
can't
tryhard
just
shit.
admit it
So
because
I have
people
to pick
get
top
mad
tier
at
every
him.
time I pick
So
tiers
he'll
like that.
go, "Oh
They're
hey,
all picking
you
top
wanted
tier.
me to play this game, and this game is like that game adjacent. You guys should really be happy because that's the game he wants to play." And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, and that's what I don't understand. Like, he's blaming his chat, and then he's turning around and going, "It's not your guys' fault, but it's your guys' fault." And it's just like, Phil, do
It's
you not listen
ridiculous.
to your own voice? Like, are you not thinking about
you
what
not-
you're saying before you say it?
I just play when I stream. I play what I want and figure if people want in and watch, if they want to come in and chat and watch, hey, great. If not, that's okay. I'm still having fun playing what I want to play.
Yeah.
I did two wake up reversals. Nothing came out.
Like,
so he
we
got
started the stream off, we had,
combos,
40
and
viewers,
completely
and now we're
destroyed
down to
him.
10.
Who doesn't
I don't care, I'm having a great time.
Can't do anything about it.
Oh, it's almost. Wow, it's late almost. Jesus.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here. It's 9 o'clock Phil's time.
Yeah, it's
And
almost.
he's got like
11.
he's only got like another 30 minutes and he's off. So, unless he
Oh.
quits early again. Which I can see happening. He's got his money buff. He's made his money. Fuck off early. Right?
Yeah. Well,
And it's 12
Brahmin.
tries is like it's
The thing is, the reason he does that is he's banking on his audience being stupid enough to support him, which means they're also stupid to the point where he has to explain everything
No, I didn't
to
forget about
them.
anything. I'm playing the
So,
game. I do not.
that's
you know,
one thing
they'll-
I can't stand when he has to fucking explain stuff that's so
Start blowing
fucking
bubbles
easy
and
to
doing shit. I'm
understand.
playing someone.
especially when it, like Ramen Brahman said, especially when it comes to something like what the audience wants. It's like, I mean, granted, the theory is that a lot of these people have mental or physical or mental handicaps, but come on, give the people of some credit.
Wait till
you know?
tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow's marathon. And he's going to be fucking just explaining the Keemstar stuff. He's going to start it off with, I really didn't know this, but this is how it actually went down. Like he usually does, right? It's like he doesn't know anything about this YouTuber, but then he knows everything about the YouTuber.
Oh god, he had to win with fucking E Honda. And all he does is spam his
I
butt
don't think I've ever
slam.
used Super Honda.
I hope I wasn't that bad. I really do. I
No,
was.
You and I are pretty much even keel. Like,
Yeah.
but again,
That's the first time I played Third Strike, by the way.
and Fight Cade is awesome. Like Phil should he's complaining so much about the player base here, but again, he's not going. Tomorrow's gonna suck. How's it gonna suck, man?
I don't think I've
Tomorrow's
ever
gonna be
used the version
fucking
of Honda. I don't
hilarious.
even want this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, I am.
I don't. Well, see, here's the thing. First off, as much as I don't have personal beef with Keemstar, of course, because I've never ran afoul of the man. Is he a great person? No, not really, but still, you know, I just have no interest in watching anything about him, and even less because Phil's going to be the one doing the
Oh, what happened? Yeah, that version is
commentary.
not good,
Well, the thing
even
is,
though he can move with the hand.
Keemstar is a
He,
degenerate.
his
Okay.
headbutt is not a reversal,
Like,
it looks like. I was trying
Keemstar
to
has
do a
caused a
reversal timing,
ton of
it wouldn't
issues,
even give me
and
the
he's
head
done
over
ban
reversal.
evasions on
So
YouTube, but
because of that, I couldn't,
he's so
like,
big
like,
he can't get
stop him from
cancelled.
doing dashes at all.
And that's
Yeah, I
the
picked
problem
old
with fucking
Honda, which I didn't
Keemstar.
even- Oh, I picked old
I don't
Honda.
like
That
Keemstar
wasn't
at
even
all. The
Super
guy's a
Honda, that was
fucking.
old Honda. Oh, I see. I
Phil is
completely the wrong
correct.
Honda.
Phil
No
Keemstar
wonder.
made
Maybe
his
the government
money
for a super
on
chat.
just bullshit and troubles he caused for a lot of people. Like look at Etika, the Etika situation, right? Like Keemstar, Keemstar basically almost goaded the guy in. However you want to say it, right? Like I don't want to say it here on the channel because it's horrible. And then you have that other guy that Keemstar accused of being a pedophile that wasn't, and he got him mixed up.
Yeah,
that
some
was
movies, everything.
horrible.
Yeah. I like I said, Keemstar's not a good person. But, you know, well, that right there is reason enough to not want to fucking watch it, you know. But kick his ass. I keep
Knees
wanting
to
to call
face.
him,
What I want is I
Balrog.
want Keem to restream it. That's what I want. I want to see Keem restream it, and I want to see Keem just laugh at fucking Phil. Just make him look like a complete fucking idiot. Phil's gonna look like that regardless, right?
uh-huh.
But
Yeah, Astro, it's
Super.
gonna be it's gonna be all about Phil. You know, just like everything else.
Got him. Walk forward,
Ugh.
super. Walk forward, super.
I hate
Charge the
watching
super,
Phil
super,
play
he fell
by
for it.
or play
Very nice.
E Honda. God.
it's because he's cheap. But if you use those same tactics on Phil, well, you're a nudnik, you're a scrub.
Black switch. I still can't get over that. I still can't get over that. That's gonna be my go-to
Spain.
line from now on. Come
See,
on, come on.
Astro, I don't know if it's gonna be that. That's like, well, I didn't know that. Like I said, I'm 100% sure Phil knows everything about Keem. Like Phil knows, like Phil states, he's like, well, I don't know anything about the guy, but he's just he's a horrible person and blah blah blah. And it's like, so you do know about him then, Phil, right?
The booty.
Like,
Uh-huh.
Dave, I'm so thankful we're playing on
He
Vegas.
knew about
After 4
Wings.
years, we
He
play on
knew
Vegas
about
Vegas.
everybody else he's commented on. The
Yeah.
only one time he ever had an honest God walking in blind kind of react was when he did that god awful react stream about that streamer house.
yeah, he had no idea.
Because-
The Final
and-
Fantasy
I
VII
have
house.
priority and he gets it.
Yeah, and that's only because he it was like people convinced him on the fly to react to it.
Yeah.
That,
Um,
oh, God.
that was a complete waste of time. That I don't know why the fuck he did. But that's because all his audience basically goaded him into doing it.
Yeah.
All the pay cuts and everything.
Oh, no super, huh?
Like tomorrow's gonna produce some top tier salt.
Oh yeah, he'll take
I did walk forward
notes
super.
and
I did it.
which
but
is
it came out
so
late, so he was able to get his super.
stupid.
I did. I was
Come
like, okay, here we
on,
go.
Bison.
It's going to hit him.
I
I've
find
Not
it
because
so
he's
weird
getting his
that
super because mine comes out late.
Balrog is Bison in this
Alright.
game.
Oh,
Well, this is because this is the Japanese version.
Again,
Japanese
if you're not
version,
losing,
yeah.
I'm doing everything in my power to
It
not
just
be top tier.
I'm still getting used to it.
Phil's favorite place in the world, Japan.
I'm gonna try. I can't. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Don't get me started.
He hates on them so much is because those 3 guys beat him in 2005.
You think? Yeah, that's my theory. I think that's everybody's
it's
theory as to
100%.
why he's
100% is why he hates Japan and Japanese people. They stood in his
Yeah.
way of victory.
I'm not doing anything.
Japan
I'm
has the
seriously not
best
doing anything.
internet,
I went to
but they're
Buffalo Rules, like, now I'm just
degenerates
blocked.
because
It
they
doesn't
also
end.
have hentai. I know he never said that. He might have. I don't know, but
Xenophobic. They're all xenophobic. Without him knowing what xenophobia actually is.
Japan has the best internet. You know,
yo, hi.
Hey,
God
hey,
damn,
hi.
you fucking
back.
scared me.
sorry,
Shit.
no, sorry. Actually, what I understand is that outside the big cities, Japan doesn't have that great of internet. Like if you go to,
Like anywhere else, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think it was ALT Insider was saying that where he was when he was teaching Japanese, he had to use like basically a cellular hotspot because his apartment structure didn't have any type of internet infrastructure.
Yep.
So, and that's the way you can get pretty rural if you go up
Yep.
into the northern areas of Japan. Like I don't, oh god, I forgot what some of the provinces or the prefectures are called, but basically where you would, like, if you play Shogun Total War, it's the place where the Date clan used to be, way up there in the north. You know, it can that's where if you're a gaijin, they can be giving you a second look. You're not so much in Kyoto or Tokyo or anything like that,
Yeah.
but
When
if
you
you're
get
off in-
to the rural areas,
well, if you get anywhere outside the major cities, people can start being like, oh, it's a foreigner type of a thing. It can still be like that a little bit.
but you're gonna find that in any country you go to. My friend spent a couple years in Peru, and he said that was what he experienced sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Thankfully, it never led to violence, which Peru is kind of known for at times. But
Yeah.
he said there were times he definitely felt that kind of vibe coming from people he would walk by because he was a gringo. Actually, I don't know if they use that word in Peru, but
I
you know.
don't think they do. But yeah, I mean,
think
when you get outside
that's
the capital,
Spanish, yeah.
when you get out of the capital cities or the major commercial areas, then yeah, people are start going to give you can be giving you different looks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We had in Canada here, we had the Flu Trucks clan. Drove all the way down to
what?
Ottawa. We call them the
Oh,
Flu Trucks
yeah.
clan, right? Because
I can't
all
lie.
those racist fucks that had no idea what the hell they were doing.
Ridiculous. He was hitting me. I wasn't doing anything. He's hitting me. I'm like, just down backing.
Like,
No, I think
Canada
that
has its
was
problems just like every
So
other
I did
country.
get to beat him a few times at mid-tier, which is
Oh
good.
my
I
god,
like
look at
winning
he's
with
playing
mid-tier
footsie
versus
with
top
the
tier. It's more fun
bison.
to me.
Oh my
If I just
god.
gone straight up, fucking, counter pick.
No,
top pick
sorry.
shit.
Like doesn't
That was a fun set.
doesn't
I
like
did. Okay. Lost the
Ontario
fuck.
or like
I
even
don't
especially
give a
like
fuck.
Toronto
Okay,
doesn't
fuck
have.
this fucking game.
I mean, they have drug problems
Doesn't
and
matter. Gives me something to do.
crime
Try to
problems
run
and
them back.
just like anything. Like, isn't
Oh,
there
so
like
let's
a
see here.
major
So-
drug problem?
Thank you
Doug
so much.
Ford.
Going on.
Chat asking about
Huh?
you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The premier of-
Gunman says,
Well,
I'm
he's
like
dead now, but
motivated
he loves
Yeah.
crack.
something. I don't know what that
Yeah.
means. All right.
There was videos and pictures of him
I
smoking
gotta help
crack. He
things,
was
so
the
I don't
premier of
know
the
how I could
fucking
help him
province.
possibly anyway.
Mhm.
Oh,
And Mellow
Wow.
Yellow did that super chat about a
I think it was all the
documentary about Street Fighter. I've never
milk
watched a
and
documentary
bags
about Street
that was
Fighter.
doing it.
No.
It's
I don't know. I
freaking
think
weird.
I'd rather have a politician who smoked crack than one who does human trafficking
If
of
anything, I've
teens
seen a
for
lot of Vampire
sex.
Savior plays.
What, Matt
Like
Gates?
a ton. I'm not
Yeah.
seeing much of else. Like, I'm not seeing anything else added.
Forehead.
Yeah, those
Oh
damn
my
milk bags.
God.
You need to have like a special holder, a pitcher to hold your milk bag. I mean, it's just fucking crazy, man. What happens if you tip it over?
Nah, I guess not, huh?
They have like a special clamp to seal the bags. You got to cut it on two ends to let air in. I mean, come on.
Milk bags.
I mean, in a sense, it kind of makes, it seems cool because, for freshness, because you have it parted out in smaller amounts and air isn't hitting the entire thing, and so you just open it up as needed and everything. So, I mean, there's that, but it's just, they could just freaking tip over, man.
In Guam, they have boxed milk.
Oh, they got those chip
That
box milk?
hermetically feel, yeah, and apparently, I don't know how much of this is true or what, but apparently it's powdered milk that's reconstituted with coconut milk.
That's weird.
I
Oh.
never could confirm or deny that fully, but that was the rumor. It definitely tasted different, so I kind of believed it because it was a lot sweeter than what milk here is.
God, milk.
You see, this shit
powdered
happens to me
milk
all the time
is-
when I'm doing nothing
yeah.
wrong. So.
Yeah.
It separates when you try to, recon. It could be great for baking. Like you just take it and you just
Putting
put it in
bread,
with your
bread
yeah,
dough.
put in your mix and everything. You just add water and boom, done. I understand that the milk in Korea has this strange taste that to Westerners it can actually smell like it's spoiled or something. But it's like no, that's just the way it smells. Soy or almond milk, that's not real milk. That's just
If milk smells even just the faintest bit off, I mean, it could still be fresh, but if it starts smelling like it's starting to turn just minutely, I won't drink it. I'm kind of a milk snob when it comes to that. I won't.
Well, I mean, a lot of people forget what milk sickness was back in the, even in the early 1900s before they started doing the pasteurization processes.
Oh, yeah.
People, it could kill you. And, everyone's like, oh, raw milk, it'll, make your dick big and make you grow up strong and it's so healthy for you. And
And it was killing people.
well, raw milk, even today, if it's not properly kept, I mean, there was a young mother who got on the raw milk craze, and it turns out it was infected with a form of bacteria that caused her to become a quadriplegic.
Yeah, like
That's it.
Yeah.
see, I have a buddy. He's massively into his health food kicks. He goes on these like fucking like health food kicks, right? And he'll buy like organic everything, and then he'll go to these. We have a place called Planet Organic here in Edmonton, and they will.
I'll be right back.
Like you walk in there and they have soap and it's made specifically whatever, right? And then he won't shower because like Head and Shoulders stuff like that, it contains chemicals that's going to cause cancer. Then he gets warts all over his hands.
Okay.
And it's just like,
Warts?
dude, yeah, like he'll start getting warts because he'll still stop showering entirely because the water's got chemicals in it.
Nah.
And we just look at him like, need fucking help?
We don't have time for like
If he's got warts all over his hands, he's got other problems. I mean,
Oh, he's just dirty. It's like Phil's place.
No, I don't think that the added patches did anything at all. The connections aren't.
The one
bad.
time we went over there to his place,
literally did absolutely
his
nothing.
dad comes home and we're like, we had ordered out for pizzas and everything. His dad gets home from work and we're like, shit, I was in my 30s probably at the time. And his dad comes home, he's like, you know, Bobby, you haven't worked in like a couple months. You could have at least vacuumed the house. And we're like sitting there looking at him. We're like, oh my god. It's like 30 years old. It's like
warts all over his hands. He must have had could have had typically the warts that you get on your hands, it's not like the ones you get on your feet, the plantar warts.
Yeah.
But you can transfer them, but they tend to be of a different strain of human papillomavirus. But
anything else we want to talk about as we conclude tonight? And again, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for this.
Maybe he had some sort of an immune condition to where he was just picking them up easily.
No, because when he would get off the health food stuff and just like return to normal, he'd be fine. He'd get all cleared up.
Maybe they weren't warts. I mean, you can get these little.
Which was actually 60. Here you go.
Maybe they were sort of like hives, but I know that you can get these little papules on your skin that could be, like a contact dermatitis.
He would tell us it was warts. And
I don't think they were warts.
He would have his hands all bandaged up and everything all the time.
He was probably getting some sort of contact dermatitis.
Good night, we'll all see you Sunday.
From if he was that filthy, then it could have been that, or he was maybe scrubbing his hands. It could have been some sort of OCD thing where he was scrubbing his hands and maybe using a pumice stone and was like scratching it up. Yeah. So, but warts reappearing and disappearing like that sounds kind of strange. It was probably more environmentally based.
Yeah.
More than
I had
likely.
one disappear, but that's not very common.
I haven't had a wart since I was like in elementary school. I get that
Playing
from
in the
swimming
mirror.
all the time, right?
Oh,
I go
yeah,
for swimming
yeah.
lessons or whatever, and then end up with a wart on my foot, plantar's wart.
Yeah.
That's typically how you get it, is like in the wet environments like
Yeah.
that. It puts the lotion on the skin. Yep, there's OIC right there. So, what do you want to skin Phil? No, I think he'd want to be that type of person that would want to dress Phil up, more like dress Phil up and have him at the kitchen table and, have his little tea parties and, yell at him for breaking some sort of etiquette protocol in the house or something of that nature.
Now I don't know because I think
Those little imaginary tea parties have Phil tied to a chair.
See, I said
Type
that
of a
in
thing.
King's Jad stream the other day. I'd love to be a fly on the wall if you had OIC, Darish, and Phil all the same.
It'd be a threesome.
Oh my
Darish.
god. Could you imagine that fucking autism
I
that would go off there?
I don't know if Darish would be willing to do that. I think he's either overly hetero to cover up some like homosexual feelings, or he's super into chicks. He's just really into it, and he wouldn't countenance that, doing anything. But he might do it. He might do it for Phil. I mean, there are girls out there who will. I mean, for the right type of guy, they'll break every rule they have, because a guy wants them to. So, I mean, there's probably a guy out there who would break rules for another guy, like that. So. Yeah,
but you have to take into consideration Darish. He's definitely into girls. It's just what age group of girls is Darish into?
Yeah. So yeah.
And that's
well, he's probably into all. He's probably, quite honestly, he's probably into all age groups. But it's the thing. I think it's probably his attraction with like young girls is that they.
How did that whiff? He was standing right there.
It's probably like a control and a power factor, more than likely. From what I've seen in some of the shit that I've handled, it's like they're easier to control, manipulate, and things like that. So, but even an 18 or 19-year-old, young woman, fully an adult, can still do retarded ass shit.
We had that one stream that Dara came into that there was that, what was her name? She was doing it. She does like cooking streams, and she was basically cooking something that DSP was doing on stream when he was doing like cooking with the king.
Air slam, look at that shit.
Was it sad?
Real slam, very nice.
No, I think her name was Lisa Choi or something like that.
Oh.
Okay.
And like, so we ended up going in there because Darish was in this thing, and Darish was just clipping on her the entire time.
I don't know. I think
this is basically a detractor video.
What if I play?
And yeah, she's a VTuber.
Then probably
and
not,
he just creeped on her, thinking that she was a fan of Phil's, but it wasn't. It was a detractor video.
There's a million what ifs. I don't know.
And everybody in chat was just like, just trolling Derek so hard, and he couldn't get it. He didn't clue in for a little bit. And it was just like, and then with his YouTube leaks, right? Like, you saw some of the YouTube videos that he had favorited, and it was just like, my god.
$196. It's all gone. It's gonna be gone. Before midnight here.
It'll be gone within 10 minutes of him.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there's just give him that time. That buffer.
Cooking with the king.
Just give him that time buffer. Before midnight, because we're both Pacific time, so yeah.
Oh,
he's gonna get that Hogan. He's gonna get that Batista with that 6-pack and that body all glistening. And Phil's gonna imagine him in a shower and whip out his little piggy hose and little tweezers, in the jeweler's loop. Just trying to see that shit. Yeah.
So he's doing dash.
Or he can't, or you just can't get, or he can't get any satisfaction at all.
He got all this money again because there's a champions event, right?
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. There seems to be like one every couple of weeks or something.
I think there's an event this weekend that starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's look it up. What's on their calendar?
How do you look it up?
I just type in WWE Champions event.
Yeah. It'll come
Boss event. Oh, does that have to do with Oh God, what was her name? Snoop Dogg's niece who wrestles. Sasha Banks.
That's Snoop Dogg's niece?
Yeah. Or cousin or something like that. I think her cousin.
Shit, I didn't know that.
No.
Alright. Oh, wow. He's played 258 days consecutively.
Oh,
But Phil?
yeah.
Samoan bulldozer.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. His
Samoan
last
bulldozer contest
activity
tours.
was yesterday, according to this.
Yeah, and he bumped his
Yesterday.
thing by he bumped his standings by like 2 points or something like that.
So stupid.
His super armor.
TJ Gamebox reported on that one this morning.
Today events. Today there's one at 4. There was one. I don't know if these are the same.
Well, there'll be a
Faction
special
boss.
event. There'll be a special event.
Tomorrow.
The EX
Tomorrow,
mix
yeah.
up.
Tomorrow is the Samoan Bulldozer Contest Tour. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Shin Black
Sounds
says,
lame
man, you
as
know, seeing how
fuck.
good these
That's
Darkstalkers
okay.
games are actually makes him feel really sad.
Heavy hitters.
And the
Because it's
third
not gonna
is
ever
the
be a new
Week
game
King's
series, and I
Weekly
kind of
Victory Tour.
Agree with you. It's sad. It
fuck?
is that for some
This
odd
is
reason.
stupid.
Oh, that's right. He
people
got that
actually use the series. You see how
Shinsuke.
good
He
it is.
didn't he
Seriously
purchase
good.
that
I love
Nakamura
Darkstalkers. I would love a new
pull
Darkstalkers
or
game.
something?
Good
I
evening,
think
Slayer.
so.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Yeah.
Because he got the 6-star
Welcome to the
Undertaker.
stream.
hmm
He got that boosted. That was this morning, I think. Is what he did according to TJ Gamebox.
Oh god, he's cheesing this so hard.
But it's gonna be like this. The money that he's made right now and from this morning or from the day stream,
Fucking
it'll be
thing's
gone
so
within
It's
20
seriously
minutes.
So good.
after
I mean,
the end stream.
yeah, I guess it depends on what size of pack he pulls. Because if it's one of the $100 ones, or if he's just pulling a bunch of 1651s.
Yeah, like
So-
if it's the $100 ones, it'll be gone in 3
Wow,
pulls,
it passed through him.
right?
Yeah.
But if it's the small ones, yeah, he can be playing until 4 o'clock in the morning. But again, like
Can't block it. I
he
can't
got
even
that
block it from full
sympathy,
screen.
the sympathy,
I really can't.
hmm
the tips tonight, right?
By the fact that they can't use the link that they normally tip with, but they can still tip him. I mean, it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I just have a feeling that
No, well, it does make sense to
He recovered
to Dents
instantly.
because it's the trolls got me for something that I did 13 years ago, which isn't. I mean, what we saw on Twitter was they said, hey, he's abusing these people like yesterday.
yeah, it's because he
So,
attacked the guy
yeah.
yesterday on the pre-stream. That's
Yeah.
what got him yeeted today. It's
Mhm.
not the stuff from 13
That's
years
crazy
ago.
overpowered.
That's
It's
not
seriously
what caused it.
Crazy.
I know he just goes into
overpowered.
he just
It
makes basically he's making a straw man or even a
is. So
a,
insanely powerful stuff.
argument ad absurdum in which it's just so absurd that somebody
Okay.
says, look what this guy did 13 years ago, or they're saying he's doing this right now. This is from right now, and they're so stupid that they don't bother to check that was 13 years ago, and they don't do any research. And so, like stuff that was recorded with a camera pointed at the TV, they're believing that is happening now, or they are just saying, oh well, he's never changed, and he hasn't matured, and he doesn't have a female wife and family to take care of. You know, what fucking idiot.
When in reality, he
Goddamn.
called the guy a fucking mental case or whatever, and
Mhm.
told him he needed help, and
Yeah, that
slandered
you
the
need
shit out of him, and then
if you don't like me and don't want to give me ass pats, then just take my
You're a
verbal
horrible
abuse. Then
person.
you're insane. And yeah, so
and I said that on
No.
Jad's stream yesterday that this is gonna end up getting him banned anyways.
yeah,
Sure enough,
Yeah.
it ended up getting him banned, and it's just like
yeah, you don't do shit like that. They just don't want to deal with somebody who's fucking toxic like that. Fuck you, Phil.
Like,
Fuck
Phil's
you in
best
the
course
ass,
of
which I know
action-
that you want and that you're not gonna get. You want to be held down. You want to be you want a daddy to take care of you, and in that way, and just make it happen because you're
Can't
too
see on my
chicken
left eye,
shit
it sucks.
to actually give into your impulses and everything. Just but it's not gonna happen, Phil. It ain't gonna happen, or not to somebody not somebody who you want. I mean, yeah, it ain't gonna happen, Phil.
Can't
Sorry.
block that, even from full screen,
his
it
best
won't
course
even-
of action was just to keep quiet. That's what he should have done.
Yeah,
But he wasn't gonna let it go.
that's the one thing with the PayPal is that if he was claiming, he did get chargebacks. Okay, the bank leak showed that he was getting some, but after so many, they would flag your account for potential fraud, and they would shut you down. Right? That's the thing on how he's didn't get his PayPal shut down. That is kind of remarkable. He was lying about most of the chargebacks. It's just I think that he sort of flew right under their tolerance for it, but he just made hay with it. More than likely, it wasn't. I don't think it was that much in chargebacks. That it definitely wasn't as much as he was claiming, but there was a little bit.
Stop burning. I can't see anything. Look, my eyes are completely burning and full of water.
But that's the thing, is that he was saying, he's already said that my tax problems are going to be lasting for years and years and years.
I don't know what happened.
In which, no, they're going to, well, if he is a retard and falls back into them, sure, but he should be having his federal taxes paid off in December,
What did he spray in his eyes?
Oh, Jesus.
Did he spray something?
Yeah, he says his eyes are burning or something. He sprayed something.
I don't even know who to use. I don't know. I'll fuck around. I'll pick QB after this. This is probably it for tonight.
Well, let me check. Okay, he's using 2 fingers. He's using a middle finger, and he's using all of his fingers, and he's rubbing.
Oh, incoming pink eye. A new pink eye saga has just cleared up on its own.
I think it's probably that type of burning. It's probably from oils and sweat, just naturally getting into his eyes and causing the burning. I'll bet that's probably the majority of his burning is just natural oils and sweat that he's not washing off, just flowing, getting into his eyes. I mean, I could have that, after a long day, if I was doing something some outside work, or going on a hike or something, it can freaking burn.
It burns.
It can freaking burn. But he just doesn't bathe. And I've known guys like that who've had office jobs who are like, I'm not sweating. I'm not plowing a field or working in a steel mill where I'm all hot and sweaty and everything, and so I don't have to necessarily bathe every single day. And
I take 2 showers a day.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you weigh like 350 pounds. You gotta bathe. You are sweating.
I tried Commando.
You do have an odor.
Yeah.
Just imagine, I know we talked about this on Jad's stream yesterday, and we talked about it in Discord. It's like when Phil was talking about people trying to break into his house, right? Trying to break into the condo, and it's like the funny thing is to break in and they clean it and organize it.
The Samsung Fold phone.
They're probably freaking the fuck out because he wouldn't know where anything was.
Yeah.
That's unsafe. I wouldn't want that.
But just imagine what the smell in that office must be like.
It's probably pretty rank.
Oh,
I mean, just all the probably has that sour smell to it. When you maybe have had food, and I mean, he doesn't really eat in his office that often, except for the feasting with the kings. But he's probably spilled shit in there.
I
but
bet
you never.
He eats in that office all the time.
He probably does. He just doesn't do it off. Yeah, it's like maybe during his off time he'll eat up there and spill shit, and it has that sour smell to it when it's enclosed with BO and swamp ass, and because if he's not bathing and he eats that much fast food, that guy's probably got some nasty shit.
He says he'll go like 7 days without taking a shower or a bath. It's just like, what?
Yeah. But that's
I can't shower every day because of my skin, but I can't imagine going a whole fucking week without some kind of.
I mean, if you're doing something like water rationing when you're in the Navy, I mean, you can go with. I mean, brush your teeth every day, but I mean, depending on what your job is. If you are undergoing water rationing, if you're in medical staff, you take a shower every day. If you're in food, or if you're something engineering and you're getting greasy and getting chemicals on you, sure. But if you're not involved in something, you might skip a shower, depending on what you're doing. And that actually happened when, what was it? A hurricane ended up hitting, I think was it Haiti? They had, normally the carriers, they have water purification plants on them that could, you wouldn't really have to do that, but they got to the point where they were foregoing showers. A lot of the crew were foregoing showers so they could have more water to pump to the mainland for emergency use. But in one of those instances, if you're medical staff or food service, you have to be clean.
Yeah,
so that
you have
you
to
don't-
maintain a level of hygiene.
Cleanliness of hygiene for for what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if you're doing admin work, or if you're working in operations or something, yeah, you can probably just wash your face. Wash your face in your pits, and you'll be fine.
That's
you know?
too much work for Phil. Washing his face.
Yeah.
Way too much work.
God, unless he's using wet wipes and he's not bathing all the time, he's got probably his asshole must itch, which could be one of the reasons why he's so surly. Sometimes you have an itchy asshole and you're not doing anything about it. You just think it's normal. You'd be pretty pissed
Would
off.
explain the fidgeting.
That's why I said, like, on my one video that I did there, that's why he had those ear infections. It wasn't from the fucking earphones. It was from scratches his ass and he sticks his finger in his ear.
Oh,
And it's
gross.
just like,
Yeah, there could be that.
like,
No way he washes properly. I'll bet that. You know what? I've known some motherfuckers who won't wash in their crack with soap because they're like, why do I need to do that? I'm not gay. Ain't nobody gonna be in there, so why do I do that? And then there are plenty of people who wash the top half of their body and the soap flowing to their bottom half and over their legs is enough.
Yeah.
To clean them, because it's like the soap and the water, it pools around my feet, and so just me moving around a little bit in the shower should be enough too.
Okay, that's gross. I wish I didn't. Yeah.
some people's kids, I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And that's Phil.
And-
Phil in a nutshell.
And that's Phil. I wouldn't be surprised if he just tries to do the top half. It's like, oh no, the soap flowing down, it washes the bottom half, and I'm good.
Like what Phil's exact words were what? It's like, why would I need to shower every day when I don't go out anywhere? So it's just like hygiene? Like
Because
Phil, you sweat like a motherfucker. This motherfucker with his portable AC unit, he would have been better off getting a mini split unit or at least getting one of the window units, but he couldn't be asked to, put the proper supports below it. Okay, but having somebody come out and do a mini split unit, you could put them in various. You could have had one put in the office, the bedroom, and the living room, and they have units where you could run like 3 different units off of one, and it would have cost him. Well, I don't know about the labor. Probably would have been a little bit more, but the units themselves aren't that expensive, and they're very popular in other parts of the world. Those just the mini split units.
he just giga snorted right in the fucking mic, leaning in like just
giggle snorted.
swallowed-
Oh.
No, it was a giga snort.
of
Like,
shit.
super
Oh,
snort.
giga snort. Oh, I
And
thought you said
he's-
giggle snort.
He swallowed that snot like you wouldn't believe. Oh,
Goddamn.
shit.
Okay, I need to learn not to eat while talking with you motherfuckers. Oh my god, I'm
It's not
like
my fault
seriously.
Phil fucking swallowed snot just now. Like,
Can you
Yeah,
drop
he's-
it?
God damn, is he taking cues from like Christy
Anyway.
Mack or some shit?
I
like
don't
that?
know.
Damn.
17-month re-upping.
oh, I thought I was on fucking
Yeah, we won't know until someone
Dark
else,
Dave
like,
Mears
decides
there
that-
for a second.
Yeah, did you spell it right? Maybe you spelled it wrong.
I'm like, I don't have a
know.
soundboard set up yet. I'm like, what the fuck was
Okay.
that?
Capcom
Alright, so
Collection
yeah.
survives.
Good stream
Yeah.
tonight. I hope you guys had fun. Thank
So
you
he
for
knows
supporting
Phil
that.
swallows. At least
Yeah.
anybody who's out there looking for an eligible
Until next week. We will try it again next week.
sneaky link.
We had a good
Phil
amount of
swallows.
matches over the Rosie
Anybody
card,
who's
so
inclined.
Hope that next week we'll get some different variety of stuff, right? All right.
I guess the
guys,
chat.
thank
Like,
you.
yeah, I guess you guys really like this. It was really great. I made lots of positivity, and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
There he is.
Swan Killer, listen,
Money,
I don't
money,
know.
money.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how this is working right now.
Oh, is he wrapping up? Oh, there he
I don't
goes.
know.
Yeah, he's wrapping up a little
Wait,
early.
Was this just right now? Because I don't know.
Fuck you,
Because-
little
like,
pig.
maybe
Fuck you,
20 minutes,
act
30
off
minutes?
pigler. Suck a dick.
Eh.
Oh, he just snorted again.
Oh my god.
That's weird.
Holy
Yeah, that's-
shit.
That is his power play. He does it because he knows it's disgusting and it makes people. It's like
Yeah.
people. It's like exhibitionists
Yeah, I don't know
who
what to tell you. I don't know what's going
like
on.
the fact that people are uncomfortable seeing them naked. he knows that, and they get off on that. There are exhibitionists out there who do that. That's their main thing.
That's
It's like,
yeah.
and he's like one of those people. He does these disgusting things, and they stick around, and
They enable it.
he enables it, and anybody who attacks him, it's like, why don't you get like a pedal to not do it? Because I'm a human, and just trying to mute the stream to do something like a human being does. Fuck you, blah blah blah. He could have, depending on what his problem is, his issue, it could be, they do have forms of postnasal drip that are neurological based. Okay, it's because the nerves in the area, it's just hyperstimulated, and so you're creating lots of mucus. That could be controlled with some medication. That's the worst one to have because that's the one that's hardest to control. Okay, there's other ones that could be caused by something like a deviated septum. That all they would have had to do is partially break his nose, reset it, and set things right, and that could have solved the problem. And a lot of, it could just be general allergies, but it could be solved by him. I've known people who've had
again.
what? Oh, the snort?
Snort.
I'm like, you wouldn't fucking believe.
Losing the whole stream element.
Maybe
He
he's sort
must
of
have
like
snorted a whole 8-ball tonight or some shit.
maybe
Man.
sort of like when you get dogs who get either embarrassed or really excited,
And
and they just start sneezing
kind
and
of
everything.
sneeze, snort. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cute when dogs do it.
Yeah, my little guy does that too.
Aww.
When you
Puppy.
his most reliable person who's been sticking around in my life.
I don't know if it's allergies. He says it's allergies, but
He could.
He's 100%
He could.
allergic, Jasper. 100%.
But also, it's like he needs. I've known people who've had really severe allergies, and they take the medication, but they vacuum every day. They make sure that everything is cleaned off. They dust habitually, and they don't just dust with like a feather duster. It's like with like moist wipes to make sure that the dust doesn't go anywhere. They vacuum all the time. They take the medication. They have an air purifier with a HEPA filter, and I've known some people who even get work done to their house they're basically hermetically sealed effectively. And
you might as well live in a bubble by that point.
actually, it's not that terrible. They do have air intakes to bring fresh air in the house, and it filters everything if you have really, really bad. These are severe allergies, and people have money to spend on it, and it's helped. And you don't have to worry about, what happens if the air intakes go out during the night? And I've seen people do calculations. Well, let's just assume your house is this big and you're hermetically sealed so that no oxygen is coming out, and your average respiratory rate. And congratulations, you'll suffocate in about 2 weeks. So go open a fucking window. You'll be fine. So also payday for a lot of people. Yeah, I think she's disability pay. I think disability pay is once a month. I think, I believe it's once a month for federal disability, and there's also SSI that's coming in. Some places will pay. Certain state programs might pay out bi-monthly. So. But a lot of the people probably had their disability checks or deposited in their amount. Yeah. SSI is it's not Social Security, supplemental security income. It's actually not a part of Social Security. It comes from the general fund, and it's payments that are made to people who don't qualify for disability because their work history, they didn't have a sufficient work record to qualify for SSDI, or they didn't have a sufficient work history to qualify for age-based retirement, typically. Yeah, so a lot of people think it's like, it's Social Security income, or no, it's not a part of the Social Security code. It's completely different. It just comes right from the general fund. And it's dog shit. It's not very much at all. I think it's, I don't know, the last time I checked, it was something like half of what the typical expected, like Social Security retirement would be at the time. Yeah, it wasn't very much. And it's something, but yeah. But a lot of these programs expect you to go out and find everything that is available to you, in your area as well. Now, if you're living in certain states, there's not going to be a lot of social programs that are available for you, But yeah, if you're living somewhere in the deep South, you're going to be relying a lot on private charity, if you need something like that.
Oh,
Man.
Well,
I mean, people fled into here, but that's like one of the reasons why a lot of people, when they were fleeing into Europe through Turkey, they were people who were stuck in Hungary were like, fuck this, we want to go to Germany because Germany gives more.
yeah.
Hungary barely gave anything, but in Germany it's like, oh wow, people got put up in houses and they got all this money, and then, that's what Germany's trying to do, is instead of dominating Europe, militarily, they're doing it economically, effectively, Gluten sends me into a mood. Yeah. I've known people, people who have like a sort of a true gluten allergy. They can start feeling tingly all over, and they just swell up, and they start just feeling like they have pressure and feel like shit all over.
Where are you now?
Yeah, I think SSI is month. I think it's all monthly. I think all of the federal payments are monthly.
Oh,
Yeah,
Land.
well, yeah,
Okay.
it's SSI, and they love doing this. SSI, supplemental security income, not a part of Social Security at all. You have SSR, which is Social Security retirement, which is age-based retirement.
Yeah, that's like your pensions and stuff, right?
Yeah, and you have SSDI, which is Social Security disability, income.
Yeah.
And which is actually, if you get SSDI and you have your disability payments, when you hit your the maximum of your age, depending on when you were born, you can take your full age-based retirement without penalty, depending on when you were born. When you hit that age, it automatically converts into Social Security retirement record, and you keep on making that amount, which is typically higher than what you would have had if you had Social Security retirement. So that's actually one of those benefits that you can get. You don't have to do anything else. You get nothing, no deduction there's no taking it early. You just keep on it until you hit, 66 and 7 months or whatever when you were born, or 67 for a lot of people, and boom, you just get your full amount without deduction. I can only survive off of doner kebabs.
Oh, doner kebabs sound good.
Oh man, there is this one kebab place in LA called Shamshiri. They had this cherry rice, the bark, the kebab. Oh, god damn.
Damn it. Stop.
I'm getting hungry now.
It's pretty good.
Are you leveling up a new character?
No.
Oh.
I'm just going back and doing more quests.
Yeah, I should do that someday, but I don't know if I want to bother with Lore Master or not.
If you actually wanted to go over the employment thing, we could do that.
We can save that for next week because Phil's already gone.
Yeah, it's getting late. Phil's gone.
I did not expect shit to go down the way it did today.
No, you didn't expect the gold dust to come flowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been wiling out, acting retarded the past, number of days.
Been unhinged like for the last 2 weeks.
No, yeah, and I think it has to do with the fact that his just slowly, his income is generally decreasing, and his pay pigs are becoming more unreliable
Yeah.
overall. This is going to hurt him later on. Having this happen, having him have this such a good night, it's going to hurt him later on because a lot of these people are not going to be able to afford the tips on later dates.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to
Just like with
expect
his,
it, and he's going to expect it. He's not going to be able to hit it.
yeah, it's like when his birthday came up, he tapped out the piggies. He was expecting continued support, and it didn't happen because we blew our load all over you on your birthday, bro. I mean, you loved it, and like we can't we need time to rest before we can do it
Yeah.
again.
That's the one thing. He has such this immature opinion of money. He obviously thinks that money is an infinite thing.
Mhm.
Like
Well, he talks about
if somebody can gift 10 subs in the beginning of the month, then they should be able to do that in the middle of the month and the end of the month when people have bills to pay and rent to
or
pay and
or
food to keep. Yeah.
repeatedly over the series of months ad infinitum just to keep up that tithe. Yeah, and he might have very well found the tips tracker and just managed to bumble his way through it and find and just I mean he's probably seen that he's not getting the $15,000 in income anymore. It's just not there, right? So
I don't see how he got it to begin with, to be honest. He's never been entertaining.
no, it's not just that. He just had whales who were coming by. And I think he's looking at the height. He was looking at his height when he had when he was talking about the gifted subs and his income, he was looking at the Emerald 7 time
Yeah.
period.
Oh.
And he said like what he was making on YouTube at his height back in 2012, 2013, 2014, that's what he should make minimum. Like probably above $200,000 a year. Right. I would say easily above $200,000 a year, just in ad revenue. Right.
Well,
But
it's already been proven that he's made well over $1 million since he started all of this.
yeah, exactly. But when he was on Twitch, his height came around the Emerald 7 time period. Really. I mean, that was like the spike. And that became his look at how much I was making back then. That was the new normal. But that didn't last. God, when was the Emerald 7? Was that 20 was that 2018? I think that was towards the end of 2018 when Emerald 7 came in and dropped a lot of those tier 3 subs. Honestly, giving him bits or tips would have helped him more financially because it's like, oh, look at all this money that got spent on me. Half of it's gone. Half of it's going.
And we all have seen that anything gifted is not going to stick. I've been gifted subs on Twitch, and then they don't renew their sub, which is fine. I'm not like Phil. I'm perfectly fine with that, but it is something you do notice. It's like, oh, hey, I had X, now I have Y. Okay. But hey, it's all according to Phil, it's all organic growth.
Yep, gifted memberships are organic growth. Especially when they don't
Same
renew.
with the view bots he has in his chat.
Well, that was yesterday when his internet died.
Oh,
View dropped off.
From 200 plus down to like, what was it, 20 something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Phil's
I wonder who
gone.
pays for that.
What, the view bots?
Mm-hmm.
Phil could do it himself, or he can hire a company to do it. I know we talked about this on Kiwi Farms about him doing the view bots, and then Peace did a test in his own stream, and we saw that it didn't drop like Phil's. Like Peace just pulled his internet cable, and we all stayed there. So it does make you wonder if he actually is fucking using view bots. Phil's out. Everybody's tired.
Yeah, I'm getting worn out.
Yeah. Guys, want to thank you, Heather and Meth, for joining us again. This was
Oh, thank you.
fucking
Let
awesome.
me know. Let me know if you want to play more Street Fighter.
Anytime.
Although, can we play something besides Third Strike? Maybe like Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition or something next week.
We can play anything. It doesn't matter. Meth, do you want
I
to
don't
play
need-
anything?
You play Street Fighter, Meth? Did he leave?
He left.
I think he left.
Everybody in chat, I want to thank you guys for all the subs here, all the new subscribers to the channel. It's been awesome. Again, same time next week, unless Phil gets banned from YouTube and he can't do anything
Oh,
this
God.
time. Which would be great.
Fingers.
And tomorrow I'm probably gonna, if Tevin streams, I'm gonna be hanging out there, I think. And if anybody else streams, might hang out with them as well. But again, guys, I want to thank you guys for being a part of this channel. Been fucking awesome.
Night.
Good
It's
night,
good to be
everybody.
here, Alfred.
And I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Good night.